actually into it because we never started in there. So now I'll just turn the spare room. We're gonna like pull pallets apart and then
Oh,
run them through a thicknesser and then heat one up with like like one up with a torch so it's like black and
yep.
then have like a black plain, then just cover the whole wall in like that texture.
I say this man's
Yeah.
definitely been watching a lot of TikTok.
Right?
Yeah, definitely.
I know exactly which videos you've been watching. I've seen them come up as well,
Yeah.
thinking about maybe if I had some pallets right now. There's actually a guy up the street from me. Around the other street and up a bit. I've noticed every time I go by there, he's always got like shitloads of pallets, and I started noticing he builds a lot of stuff out of pallets. He's got
Yeah.
like garden beds and like one of his like retainer wall, like feature walls is all made out of pallets. He's just got everything built out of pallets. I never noticed until like I paid attention to it.
Not a bad way. I
And I'm
can get
like,
them for free for work from work, so I might as well fucking do it.
yeah, that's what I
Fuck
want
it.
to do. I want to get some pallets, make some shit.
If you weren't far away, I could get you fucking heaps of them, but
Right?
you're a bit
Yeah, it's
far.
only a couple day drive.
Bit of a travel.
Do
That's
it in
alright.
a
I'll just
day.
load them up and just hang them out my car window. It'll be fine.
Right?
My my brother actually drove last weekend. He drove up to the other side of Sydney. It was like 18 hours there and back. And then for a camper trailer, and then he gave her a bank check. And she's like, "Oh, I'm just gonna." My dad said I got to take a photo of your license and stuff because like bank checks can bounce and stuff. And he's like, "Oh, if you want to feel like sleep a bit better here," and just like shows her because he's a cop. He just like shows her his badge. He's like, "You can just look at this if you want." She's like, "Oh, you're a cop, thank God."
You're a cop,
That's
thank
funny as
God.
shit.
Doesn't mean shit.
Yeah, that's
I
what
mean,
I said to
I
me
mean,
mum. I
it
was like, "There's
does,
still
but it doesn't.
Yeah, a
cops
cop
out
can
there."
still be a dirty bastard, but like, psych, make it bounce.
That's it. But I thought that was fucking hilarious.
Got blisters on me fingers. Problem with playing with plastic.
What? Fine,
Oh, because of my furniture, not my furniture, my friggin' my whipper snipper and my lawnmower, they're plastics. So.
your mullet was slipping.
My mullet was slipping, just like
Your mullet was
just
slipping
like
away,
Juddie's
buddy.
mullet.
Yeah,
You still growing it out? Yeah,
yeah, still fucking
bringing
got
it
it.
back. Yep. There it is. Remind me of my fucking uncle. My uncle was like that. He had his mullet all the time.
Uncle.
My uncle,
Your
Monk.
Uncle Monkey.
Uncle Mun. We call him. His name was Graham. We called him Uncle Mun.
Oh, look, I could have jammed.
Now he's asking me about the storm.
Yeah, no, like he's a storm bad where you are.
What is he going on about? This man's fucking. I think he is unwell. He's delusional. He's like, oh, I'm going for a smoke. I'll be 10 minutes. How's the storm going up there? Like, what the fuck? you sure you're good? I think it's been 10 minutes. Could have just come in and be like, how's the storm doing?
Spiny.
Oh, okay, it's been like.
Going down, Des.
Ba, 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 ba. It'd be good though to have a little special.
Hey, check your own plan. Ow.
Whoa, it's the Beardy Bros pocket.
Oh,
Whoa. Oh, you haven't gotten to
what
that, have
did I?
you?
Don't don't spoil it.
Wait, what did you do? You create your own intro song?
Uh,
Where I thought I wasn't recording, but I was.
yep.
That's
I grabbed that clip and I put it at the start of it, and you can see, oh no, I'm not recording, and then it cuts, and then it goes, oh no, actually, I'm recording. Because I pressed stop because I thought I wasn't recording, and I hit it and actually stopped it. And I was like, oh shit, I actually did stop it, and then I started again. I was like, I did that whole song. I was like, I gotta edit it in. It's like jump, so you'll hear it even as well. Like you'll listen to it, and it just hear me go, oh shit, I wasn't recording, and then it just jumps. It's so good. Come on, Wookster.
Exactly my finger. Ouch. I haven't done a Rocksmith stream in fucking
I just did an auto
ages.
reply.
An auto reply. He just puts all these gifts in.
He's like, hopefully it goes away soon for me. I'm like, I just auto replied, I hope so. I just click
I've done
auto.
that before, and it gives you some weird answers. They give the most generic.
It's
fucking-
clearly something I would never say. I hope so. That's clearly something I would never say in a reply. You clearly would know if it was. If you know me,
Oh,
you'd
yeah.
know that's something I would say. It
I
sounds
mean,
like
you
it
kept
sounds like
giving me a lol. So.
it sounds like yeah. Well, lol. You know that's me. You know that's me with lol all the time. I'm always fucking lolling.
Like, where have you been? I mean, always here. Lol.
It's me and you always lolling.
What do you mean, lol?
What do you mean?
I didn't realise how
Can't
big
find
Far
it. I just can't see to find.
Cry- Wait, what? Oh.
Oh, the
I'm
fucking.
I'm on Beardy Bros on Redbubble, but the
You might have
cup's
to go
not there.
pickle tube.
Ah,
Yeah, it's been
Because I
weird
put in
lately. I've
Beardy
been
Bros when I
trying
got,
to tag
like, 3
Beardy.
things.
Yeah, it's not working for some stupid reason. Because Jim was saying that, and I'm like, well, I've been tagging it properly, and it's just not. Otherwise, I can send you the link because I posted in
Might
the
have to make a whole new
Actually, it should
account for Beardy Bros.
be if you go to
eventually.
the merch tab. Is it in there still, or is it not in there yet? Oh, it's not there. Oh, so I thought I put it in there.
Oh,
Fuck
to the
me.
foreign flames, boy.
But yeah, you look at PickleTube TV and it should give you the whole list, and then go newest. I'm fucking gonna go through another tea with the long this man's taken.
I just hit the same note just over again.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, the
I've nearly
merch.
finished mine. Finally.
I like
I
this
need to
mug.
get one of those for every stream, even
Nice
my
and
soft stream.
glossy. But when you buy multiple mugs too, it gets cheaper. So these mugs end up only being like $11 or something like that. 10, $11.
What?
Yeah.
I want to get like 5 of the fuckers then.
Yeah, the more you buy, the cheaper it gets.
I want to have like a whole shelf full of Beardy Bros mugs.
And with the promotion special they had on, it was fucking great. The shirts cost like $15 with the promotion they had on the other Black Friday special. So I got like the shirt. There he is!
There's a Wookiee head. Oh. That's what Simon says.
As a Simon says.
you're gonna have to look for that cup later.
Aloha Coca-Cola. Is that what your shirt says? Oh, Nuka-Cola. Oh, I know, I was like thinking, why'd it say Aloha Coca-Cola? I was like, what the
Hawaii,
fuck?
bro.
Hawaii, bro. Aloha Coca-Cola. Yeah, so I was just showing the boys. I'll show you as well. We got the mug as well now. The Wookie. We got the
Fancy.
anniversary mug. I actually got a mug. I got several of these mugs actually. I got one for my dad as well. And I'm trying to brand
Does it
Eddie
say
out.
a fickle?
Yeah, it does. It actually says you can't see it, but it does say a fickle. I left it. Anything that's this still says a fickle in that little badge. I left it because you can't see it, and I wanted it to stay that way. It all says a fickle. So if you actually were able to
as
see
soon as
it,
the 1 year anniversary goes, it's just gone.
yep. So the merch is still going to be up there for a little bit, and I'll make it private so then I know I can buy it. 1 year anniversary edition. I don't know what we're going to do for this 2 year anniversary, but
2 year. Oh no. Wait,
What?
what happened this year that was major? Sick, gross shit game t-shirt.
make a GTA design.
Yeah, and with like,
We could be
some
GTA
gross
characters.
shit- Oh,
Do like 1, 2, and 3.
make them that weird fucking that definitive edition.
We could be the
looking
4 of us. I can put all
motherfuckers.
4 of us on it then properly.
Right?
Because Juddie's got the little Easter egg where he makes it in like all the fucking shit. Wookie's the only one that's not on a thing, but then we can make it official. We can make ourselves, or I can make us as like GTA characters, I guess.
Wait, what about that show that we're gonna make last night?
The
The
fucking
Dirty Booth.
yeah,
Dirty bit-
it's still that one.
Yeah, just Hopper.
Oh man, that's so many fucking. I need to try and see if I can try and squeeze out a Christmas design before the fucking year's out, but I don't know if I'll be able to squeeze one in quick enough before Christmas is here.
Christmas. I mean, yeah, it's not like what 21 days away.
But do you know what's not 21 days away?
Christmas.
My next drink because
No,
I've got a little sip left. Just a little sip.
I'm running off.
We all better get strapped in and strapped on. I've got my second cup of tea because I went through the first one.
Scrap one.
Juddie's just stepped up. It doesn't really matter. He can sit back down when he needs to. He dabs it.
I just smashed a lollipop down.
He smashed a lollipop down, but I guess we'll be smashing something.
Lollipop, lollipop.
It's the latest episode of the Beardy Bros motherfucking podcast.
I swore.
I swore. Getting hyped. On the wrist. Language!
There's always language in this fucker.
Right.
Jesus.
That lollipop went down the shit.
Bit of violence.
Oh my god, what a weird intro. What a weird different intro as always. We've got to keep something different.
Lollipop.
Sex and be involved.
Oh god.
He's got tears.
Oh, it went
my
down
God.
so bad. So bad. I'm trying not to like cough my guts up.
Try not to cough it up.
Oh my
I gotta
god.
edit that. Oh god.
Great.
Don't go to a different room. Don't accidentally click a different room and go somewhere else.
No, it actually asked you, are you sure? So you're fine.
Yeah. I was trying to adjust the volume because Wookie was coming through a little bit quiet. So these guys who are watching the video are going to be like, what the fuck is he doing to his screen? Because I'll crop it when I do the edit, and then they'll just see the box pop up in the corner of the screen. Me adjusting the volume.
Oh.
Oh well. But what's up, Beardies and Beardettes? You're listening to another fine episode of the Beardy Bros podcast, of course. We've got a special episode, haven't we? We wasn't expected, but we've got Juddee and we've got Wookie that's come along for the episode. How are y'all doing, gentlemen?
Oh, I'm going good. Yeah, real good.
Going good, going good. Fuck, it's hot in here. Oh. Woo! What a
You are in
week.
the garage.
Yeah, I am at a garage. I've got the fan on and I'm sweating my balls off. So those that can't visually see it, you can literally see my balls sweating. It's not clickbait. My balls are definitely on the screen. Try and clickbait people to come check out the video on YouTube. That's youtube.com/BeardyBrosPodcast.
Now you have people paranoid. They're gonna hear noises now.
Oh god.
Man.
I'll find it from the hub.
From the hub.
What might put on there? Just say your balls are melting.
My balls are melting.
That
Oh.
might make the hub.
It might.
Yeah.
I mean, it is privatized content.
Big Aussie
Yeah.
boy, sweaty balls on the hub.
My god. My god. I don't know how to segue. I was trying to think what would be a good segue, but good nothing. Been an interesting week. We are getting close to the end of the year for sure. We've only got a few episodes left for this year.
Three
Other episodes besides this
Three.
one to wrap it up. So we're getting there. We're getting towards the end of Season 2. Season 2 is almost out. Just like Fortnite's Chapter 2. That's almost out. But we are better than that. Because we'll be
straight.
we'll be straight back with a new season, new guests,
On the
who knows. There's a lot of people who want to try and start getting in. We want to try and fix up the layout a little bit. We're going to try and do new things. Hopefully everyone's keen for the new season next year. I'm kind of excited.
Last time it's on the first too, isn't it? As we found out.
Yeah. So the new season will start on the 1st.
Yeah, on the first, and then next year it's like the 4th. It's like
Something like that, yeah.
Second or something.
So it starts off
This year
nice.
wasn't the first, was it? I remember. Was it?
Yeah, because we got 5 episodes in January.
Mm.
We had
Yeah,
Oh,
five
that's
weeks.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Remember that.
Crazy.
So speaking of podcasts, I might as well plug it in now while we're here, while the listeners are at the start, so they can kind of get some information. We've got Juddee back with his new new podcast? I guess you would refer to us to refresh.
Actually, yeah, we've started again. It's the Bogan podcast. Started
Bogan
again.
Mm-hmm. So is it like a rebrand as well? I guess fully.
Uh,
reworked?
Well, it wasn't meant to be, but Tanner forgot the password to everything, so yeah, we actually started again.
Kind of not
Always the
surprised.
way.
Oh,
We're starting a new podcast because we forgot all the passwords.
Legit. So yeah, we are starting again. So is what it is.
that's all right. And you've got 3 episodes so far.
Yes, 3 episodes so far. We're next week hopefully going to start trying a new thing just to sort of spread a bit of mental health awareness and
Yep.
get a few I can't remember the bloody platform, but where you pay like celebrities to say something. We
Oh,
wanna try and do that.
Cameo.
Cameo, yeah.
Cameo, that's it.
Yeah.
We want to try and do one of them at like the start of every episode and just spread
That's good.
a bit of bloody mental health awareness.
Yep.
And, yeah.
Yeah, we had thought about it in the past where I said to Jim one time we wanted to get that that Jesus guy. What's his the
Oh, yeah,
five of
Oh,
Jesus.
yeah, yeah.
I wanted to get him to be like, go, you know, like the whole did the old Jack Spadicey thing. Like I want to do something like
yeah.
with the Beardy Bros, but like have it like hopefully he would pronounce it wrong, but like go listen to the Beardy Bros or something stupid, you know, just mispronounce our fucking name or something stupid, and just have that as like a whole.
Speaking of mispronunciation, someone last night in Twitch called us the Beards Bros.
Beards Bros,
Bros.
Beards Bros. Oh, it's something.
Still counts. Still
They
counts.
promoted on there, and it's like, oh yeah, I've got a podcast. Then they go Beards Bros. I'm like, no, Beardy, fuck.
But
They could probably still come up.
the way I've been pushing, we've got like all our socials and stuff now. It's bound to come up with us, at least our mugs somewhere along the line, or at least any of the merch.
Our socials come up. The YouTube not yet, but everything else does.
Yeah,
Like,
so it's getting
with
there.
our
It's sourcing.
Insta
I think
pictures
because
of
of
us
enough
now come
content.
up on Google.
I think we're like the longest running like thing too with that anything that's Beardy Bros kind of related, because we've seen other things like the
Right.
Bearded Bros and Beard Bros and Bearded
There
Brothers
is another
and
Beardy Bros, but they went years ago, I think too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was years ago. I checked it up. Yeah, it's
Yeah, it was
when
like-
I type down Beardy Bros, the first thing comes up is the Instagram.
Can we like trademark Beardy Bros so no one else can fucking take it?
well, yeah. I mean, I just got to
Definitely
chuck. I just got to chuck TM on everything. If I start chucking TM on everything, which should
Can you-
save it.
Is that legal though?
Yeah, yeah.
Just
If you chuck
to-
TM on everything, that trademarks it yourself.
You can buy it for $100. You can buy the name.
Yeah, just do that.
Oh, I'll have to look into that. Yeah,
It'd be
So many other people have to get
Investment.
rid of it.
pretty much. Yeah. Oh, we'll look into. I've been looking, trying to get an investment, but
Speaking of that, did you see what Take Two have done, Daz? Speaking of
yes, I have indeed seen that.
What the
They're
fuck?
getting fucked in the head. We've seen how they handled friggin' GTA. Now look what they're doing. So-
it's not even the same. It's not even the fucking same.
No, but they're just being dicks lately, because you saw how the CEO of Take Two came out when he said
Oh,
the whole
that
thing with.
cocky son of a bitch. And
Yeah, he was being all smart ass about it when GTA dropped
Yep.
and how they fucked it up and all that shit, and he was just being a smart ass cocky punce head, and now he's being
not
they're doing it again.
Cocky one. He was more of an arrogant
Mm.
fucking dick, really.
Now it's the same thing again with this It Takes Two game, the indie game. They're getting they've had to like, I guess they're changing the name. I think they said in the article. I had
No,
a
I
glimpse of
think-
it.
no,
Earlier.
they're not.
Or they can't
they-
continue
they-
with it.
They can't change the name, but they've stepped away from the name, which is weird. Like, how do you do that when
It's just a name. It feels like it's Bethesda all over again with the whole Scrolls deal.
you can't trademark scrolls or something? Like
It's
whatever
so
they tried to
stupid.
do back
They
in the
tried,
day.
yeah, because they don't want anyone having any other game with Scrolls in their name. Because wasn't it like the actual name of the game was Scrolls something, and they're like, oh, it's gonna get confused because ours is Elder Scrolls. It's like,
No, I think
How-
it was any just scrolls, like
Yeah.
anything.
it's just stupid. Got blisters on me
I-
fingers.
they got money to throw at it, so I guess they get a case out of it. But
You hear
That's
what
just-
happened with Activision?
Oh, there's a lot of shit going on with that too.
Yeah.
Which part of the
Well-
news?
Where they fired a whole bunch of QA testers.
Yeah, I just saw that.
The games are buggy as shit.
Yeah.
They were meant to, they did the stuff, yeah, and they were meant to get a payout, and they just fired them before they got paid out.
Yeah.
I
Well,
wonder
they
what
didn't
they
do their
didn't-
job properly in the first place because
They're probably
your
not
job to
paid.
find bugs.
Mm.
But it's
You
a lot
know-
of people doing it for free now, technically, as soon as
Yeah.
they release the game.
There's
So
a lot of
they
stuff
played
going on with them.
A lot of things.
Oh, Vanguard is it. From what I've seen, I haven't played it myself because I
Not
don't
yet.
jump on the Call of Duty bandwagon every year.
Mm.
The game is terrible. It's
Oh yeah.
the memes for it. If there's more memes about
Yeah.
it than the game itself, how saying that it's good, it's that it's bad.
Wait, I
It's
played it and there's no issues at all. What the fuck?
Well,
Oh,
it's
Yeah, so I played it last night, and I was a fan of it like when it first came out. Now, but I played it last night, and it's crap. The game
What happened
really
to it?
sucks. I don't know. The
I-
game literally sucks now.
I hate
Yeah.
the weapon customization because it's completely unrealistic.
Oh.
There's the big debate like they didn't have red dots in World War II.
oh wow.
Seriously, they didn't have red dots.
No one can. It's what's it called? It's artistic expression or their own. They can do whatever. the
It's
fuck
not
they
meant
want
to be
it.
like, it's not meant to be specifically realistic. Like it's a their world they've made
I'm
up.
pretty sure World
with
War
some
II had
kind of-
red dots on their guns. No one complained about that. Or did
Yeah,
they?
there's no red dots in World War II. There was no. My grandfather that was
I mean the COD
fighting the
World War II.
Japs didn't use a slap on a red dot and a silencer on his
People don't
Knife.
on his
Put
comms.
a
zombies are
silencer
set
and
in the
Yeah,
World War II, and there's guns with red dots and lasers.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, those games get a bit
Yeah.
tacky. I mean, yeah, you run around with a friggin' scope on your knife, like.
Personally, I
yeah,
don't think too much of that, but
It's a
more the
game, like
fact when
it's
I
a
play
game.
the game. The spawns are terrible to start with. It was
Yep.
like
I
you
had
get
that.
killed,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've heard
spawn
that
back
as
in
well.
dead, spawn back in dead. It's just like, bruh.
Well, it's
I
kind of
spawned
funny.
behind an enemy team and just shot them all because I.
Yeah.
Well,
How?
the two
Yeah.
they've both been bad apparently at the moment. Where it's like Battlefield 2042 is like had the worst fucking like multiplayer. You've got Vanguard that's got like the worst multiplayer. It's like what the fuck is going on?
No,
like-
Battlefield's still shit.
That's what I mean
I'm
though.
going
Like
back to old
bad.
games now.
games are just having horrendous
Yeah.
moments.
Squad.
I mean,
let's
Squad.
do it.
I mean, Halo's been doing pretty good personally. I've been enjoying that. They
Yeah,
fixed a lot
Halo's
of it.
been quite popular. Everyone's playing Halo at the moment. What else? I've been seeing everyone pop up and play. Yeah, pretty much Halo.
Farm Simulator 2022.
Yeah.
Everyone
Farming
plays
simulator.
that, What the fuck?
It's like a big thing at the moment. Everyone's
2042 did.
Yeah.
more concurrent players. Yeah, I saw that. I was like, that's hilarious. So good.
When you said that, I think Flax playing Farming Sim 2022 when I was last
Yeah.
on
Oh, wow.
Discord.
Yeah, it just popped up then for me as
Yeah.
a Flex playing it. I'm like, oh man, I should get that game.
I know, it does look
Yeah.
pretty good.
It is.
I've been
It's
contemplating it as well.
Yeah,
I've been contemplating it.
Steam or what's it on?
It's on
yeah,
everything.
it's on Steam. It's on everything. Yeah,
You can farm with friends.
Yeah.
I'm
I think it's actually like the first one to actually include multiplayer or something. I think they were talking about.
Yeah.
Can,
No, the
can you
last one
do a
did.
weed
Had it?
crop?
Yeah, last one had it too. Yeah,
29.
Because it was a big thing they always wanted.
they got rid of logging. That was when, once they got rid of logging, yeah, it threw me off. Because that was like the best way to make money.
Yep.
Because you buy the paddock right next to the logging mill. And you just cut a tree down and feed it into the logging mill, and you just make like 14 grand a pop.
That's great.
Just wait.
Well, most time people just
Yeah,
dick around on
yeah,
those
yeah,
games because, like, I've seen mods of people like I think they did like ages ago. They had modded multiplayer so people could play together. And you just stick about. You just have everyone in different shit, and they like don't even farm. They just race the tractors and do stupid shit and like run each other over. And
People make motocross tracks and
yeah,
shit,
it's not even
Oh,
doing
no,
anything
yeah.
related to it. Yeah, it's just ridiculous.
PC life, mate. Superior.
Yeah,
Yes
PC
and no.
Master Race.
So many things.
PC.
I have to say that now because I don't play console ever.
Well, I'll say speaking on that, what has everyone primarily been playing lately?
I've
Well,
actually been
soon
playing
it's going to be
Modern Warfare.
Farming Simulator 22.
Well, I was going to say before Farming Simulator takes over everyone's lives.
But
A little bit of everything. I was playing Hunt, but I stopped doing that. 7 Days to Die because there's
Get back to that.
patch 20 that's coming out.
Mhm.
And
patch for 7 days.
yeah, I know it's an old game.
No, I'm
no-
saying now a patch.
That's cool.
yeah, it's weird. Yeah, it's who knew?
Because they did ban on console years ago.
Hmm.
That's still probably the same game from 2012.
Well,
Well,
update
much
20.
probably.
Update 20. But I've been also playing. I found the love of an older game, No More Room in Hell.
Yep.
It's a free game, and it's one of those zombie survival
Hmm.
kind of. You can either, depending on what map, it's like be in a house, kind of survive against waves of zombies. Very, very limited ammo, and it's just. Or you can have objectives, so you're just going to try and get out of, like, let's say, a bunker or through city streets to the
That's
end.
pretty cool.
And it's not like, Back for Blood or something where you got, like, crap loads of ammo, you can just kill everything. It's basic
Proper survival.
zombies, slow zombies, but they didn't limit themselves to having, like, full-size humans. Next minute, you've got little children zombies running at you, and you're like, what the hell? Just getting freaked out, going, shoot down, just like they're crawling and all that kind of stuff.
God.
And because of the limited amount of ammo, you have to be very, always get headshots or, very, very...
So pick your fights
Cautious.
as well, really.
Yeah, pretty much. You can just rely on melee weapons, but you can get infected, you have to keep having meds to make sure you don't get fully in, turn. Because if you die, you turn, and kind of like Zomboid, and you can turn, and you'll just die, and you just gotta wait till the game runs out, and Respawn, and it's kind of going back. I like playing older games, an aspect, and considering it's free, it's like a classic
Older
game.
games.
That's pretty good.
Oh yeah, exactly. They've worked out the kinks. They've gotten past the alpha.
Unless you're talking about the high budget ones that take years to come out, like Gears and God of War and that.
Yeah.
But every third party now, fucking bugs, microtransactions. You can't go 5 minutes of gameplay without a thing popping in your face.
Or you've given them $1 billion for a space exploration game that hasn't even released a single player. Oh, sorry. I'll just take a stab at Star Citizen there.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah,
that's
literally.
like, what's the other one? The Dungeon 3, what the fuck it was called? Baldur's Gate 3, that's done the same thing.
Yeah, that was supposed to come out this year.
Right. I thought it was like early access last year.
Yeah,
That was an $80 game in early access. Like,
oh, the game is what they did release was fantastic. It went back to the classic, Baldur's Gate. Yeah. It was just nice if they actually finished it completely. But that's like every other game that comes out these days. You're not going to have a complete game. I swear only like some indie games are ever really complete, or if they are, it's the hype for them isn't until like 2 years later. For example, Among Us, like the hype came out 2 years later. Same, so popular, the game was still complete, and then No Man's Sky. So you're never going to find a game that's fully complete.
Show, really.
What, No Man's Sky?
Yeah, like I bought it launch day. It wasn't bad. It just wasn't what they
promised.
It wasn't as big as they said.
Yeah, they made up for it now. 100% they've made up.
Yeah, like I played it only recently, like last 6 months or so. It's actually not too bad, but yeah, I heard a lot. It wasn't real good when it first came in.
No, it was playable, but I just got bored because there was nothing to do. Like, there's only certain planets you could go to. Like, it wasn't a big space. What
I've been meaning to play it.
What the name was?
Yeah, and they did promise like you can never ever meet someone,
You
in
never
that game.
see the same planet twice.
Never
or
see,
something as well.
and then in the first day when it first came out, 2 guys managed to be at the exact same place, and then they found out it was totally bogus, that it wasn't.
Yeah, it's the same planet and everything like that.
Yeah, the same planet. Yeah, it was completely.
There's no
it was
RNG.
technically a single player game. Yeah, yeah. So
That happened. Though.
It happens.
Avengers.
Yeah, well, yeah. Now
Cyberpunk.
the DLC for that is actually getting up to it. They just released the Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Thing.
It's not even worth it.
Yeah,
What I've heard, Spider-Man's a bit.
Well, the last one was Wakanda and Black Panther.
Yeah, the Black Panther was good, but then Spider-Man, no story missions. He
They just
whips out
half-assed.
of the thin air.
They just did as a money grab to be like, oh, bite more on PlayStation.
Well, yeah, the new Spider-Man movies. People are hyped
That's
for
what
that.
they're waiting for.
Yeah,
Yeah, pretty much it. I'm excited for that movie, but
it's gonna be good.
Let's see what happens if we're gonna get the true Spider-Man multiverse.
Well, it started. Well, they have mentioned that they're doing another set of 3 films as well, so it's going to be pretty insane.
Yeah.
And they're rumored what it was originally what they were aiming for was to actually have 3 trilogies, which is like
weird.
Jesus
Really.
Christ, that's 9 films of like solo films, like that's a lot, and that's without cameo films, which they're looking at doing as well. I was like, fucking hell, and it makes sense
I'm
where
guessing
me
they're
and
going to have more than one Spider-Man in the trilogy, in the next one.
well, it makes sense why we've talked before where we've mentioned that Tom Holland has said that he's like done with being Spider-Man. Makes sense where his contract's got him linked.
Coming back.
Like, I can understand why he doesn't want to do it, because if you're contracted to like do so many more films, you're like you're obligated to do those. You can't be like, hey, no, I'm done with that now. Like, I want to do something else.
Just look at Andrew Garfield.
Like, oh,
Yeah, they just bring back the old Spider-Man. Well, they can just do Miles Morales. That's enough.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think they are looking at doing that. So we could get 3 films with Tom still, and then we might get another 3 with Miles Morales set up. Or we could see it halfway through this new trilogy that we're gonna have. So it's like scary.
Toby again, because everyone wants Toby Maguire.
Oh,
back.
definitely. So it depends on if he's going to be down for it.
Well, it also depends on how many zeros they just
Jim
get in the
Froze.
contract.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, they can pay me. I'll be Spider-Man.
Yeah, I'll be Spider-Man. I'll be Alton Spider-Man.
go,
There was a pig Spider-Man. I'll be him.
Power Rangers.
Just us.
Go.
Yeah.
Ned leads Spider-Man.
Also, there's been 3 new posters with the 3 villains with 3 different Spider-Men.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
Different suits or something like
Yeah,
that.
it's got the red and blue suits, which is, you know who they are.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
I saw one
yeah.
photo with Electro earlier, and I was
They're
like,
different
which
head shapes as well. So it's,
have they really done that? Have they done like a bad knockoff Photoshop?
Well, yeah, it could just be Photoshop.
it's actual 3 official posters.
Oh, through Marvel. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
one's Doc Ock, Electro, and Green Goblin.
Oh, sweet.
With Spider-Man in the corner of each one.
I do have to say they actually did Electro pretty good.
You got Iron Man's tech, man. You got a
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
arc reactor.
He looks way better. Like when he's all
like, I'm not
sparking.
giving it back, or something.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. Yeah, he
He's
looks
pissed at
way
what's
better
going
than the
on.
last one. The last
I
Electro
think
was
he went
shocking.
from that to that
I'm not-
because I think Spidey helps him and gives him the reactor from Tony Stark.
Oh, okay.
Where is it here?
Yeah, because he died in the other one, Electro. So he might be back normal. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, we'll
The
have to
actors
find
keep him
out.
alive, I think. Like
What is
Tony
my thing
Stark.
doing?
Yeah,
But he said,
we'll
"You're not
find out
taking
with
it
the
off
movie.
me," so I'm keen. Only two weeks.
Yeah, it's really close.
Tickets were on sale too for the.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Yeah.
some of the cinemas, like there was a few around here where I'm at, and like the cinemas are like not even half full. Like they're empty still for like pre-sale tickets.
Because people.
A lot of people
Spider-Man's
seem
an acquired taste.
well.
Yeah.
Most films with Marvel and even with Spider-Man I've seen in the past, they fill out. But I feel like people are still hesitant now about going to theaters. I don't
Yeah,
think
it could
people
just
like
be, yeah, post COVID.
like
Yeah,
it's
fuck it,
weird.
It's a freaking good movie. Go.
Like I'm gonna pre-purchase tickets anyway just to be safe.
It's one of the most hyped fucking Marvel movies. Like.
I have been hearing. I did see a story about some people were actually pawning off tickets online.
Yeah.
Scalping tickets and going,
I've-
all right, I've got the first session tickets.
I've seen that.
and I'm selling it for,
There's a lot.
It's
There's a lot in the
movie.
US.
You can watch it another day.
Yeah, well, that's exactly
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
Well, I think there was some. I think what it was there were some cinemas in the US that were doing premiere launch first batch, and if you bought a first batch,
yeah.
you got an NFT with it or some shit.
Oh god.
And that's where I think, because there was a talk about they were giving out NFTs for like first, and that's where these tickets are coming from. It's because they're scalping on these tickets because they're tier 1 tickets. They come with like bonuses and the NFTs. Yeah. It's like they're pushing us. It's like what the fuck? Because these tickets are going from like anywhere from $100 to $200, like thousands of dollars. They're all over the place in price. There's no actual balance in price. They're just all over the place, and it's like what the fuck? It's just day one tickets. Like really, do you really want to buy an NFT as well? Like. Are you really investing in this shit, which you may not even get because the person's scamming you most probably from the get-go? So half this shit's mostly scammed. It's like you're looking at like a fucking photo of a ticket when you can just buy a ticket anyway. But I don't know. So the US is different to us anyway, because they're big on scalping the worst. I know they're looking at laws. I think the US is trying to push laws in the US at least to maintain scalpers. It's getting pretty big.
The PS5 bot scalpers, they're going to be a law to make it illegal.
Because one of the things that's been happening with other things, which out of all things you would not expect scalpers to go mad for, was the new range of Ghostbusters Afterlife toys.
Really?
Yeah, people in America, I guess in America it's been being big. They're buying up the toys and they're scalping them for like $100 to $200 for the toys that are like worth $40, $20, $40, and they're trying to sell them for. It's like that's so random because people are like, oh, I want to go to one store and people with Walmart stuff had to keep them out the back because people are buying up for scalping, so they had to keep them out the back. So like they're just Ghostbuster toys, like really?
The limit they can have. Let them buy one, like.
Australia brought in laws too, so really we should just have it across the board.
What?
Yeah.
We brought in laws when the grand final was on that if you were selling tickets for more than what they were worth, you get fined for it.
Yeah,
So
it should be the same price or cheaper.
it should just be straight across the board of fucking innocent.
Because then we're screwed. Like that's the thing with that stuff, and also with the consoles as well. Because then you've got like people like CEX that are charging the exact same price as these eBay resellers, charging like $900 to $1,000 for an Xbox or freaking $1,200 for a PlayStation. It's just like where do they stand? They're a secondhand pawnbroker dealership. That's exactly it. But then some people will because they can't find them. Like I saw one person one of the time. This was a couple of months back when I went in, and he was like biting his tongue, but they paid $900 for an Xbox because he wanted to get an Xbox, and he couldn't get one anywhere else. I'm like, this is the part of the problem. Like you're gonna have to boycott. You're gonna have to put your foot down. You want it.
Build a
You've got the money.
PC.
Just put your foot down. Like, we need to make a stand against these scalpers. Otherwise, it's just gonna keep happening.
For $1,000, you can build a beast PC.
Yeah.
Better than one of the consoles.
Yeah. I knew Ron did that, but I couldn't. It was just the graphics card that did me in.
I'm thinking for $1,000 you can get a decent graphics card, and then all the rest.
Yeah.
No, I'm meaning you can make a good PC with $1,000 anyway. Like
Yeah. With,
a decent 1080p, high frames.
I was gonna say I got ripped off.
Hey, you got ripped off?
Yeah, I got ripped off as well. I've got a $1,000 CPU and a decent graphics card. So, it's
Oof.
yeah.
But that's
Yeah,
been
I
a big
would
problem
appreciate
as well
that.
too lately. Like with some of this high tech, I've been hearing stories with a lot of these PCs that have been built like beasts. That you think, okay, they're a beast, they can do stuff. They haven't even been able to run like a lot of games lately, and they're just like
Yeah.
crapping out. And it's like it basically is coming back down to the games being developed.
Also,
It's
people
like
who
what
don't
the
know
fuck?
you can't mix certain parts together, like certain brands, company, like
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
don't do their research. Like I spent months researching this just
Because it's just so
things
easy.
work with
Yeah.
it.
That's
So
exactly
it is
what I did.
so hard to build a PC. Like I'm an auto electrician by trade. I can do car electrics, no worries. But when it comes to a computer, I'm just retarded. And I researched and couldn't do it. And then eventually I had to get one of my mates to fucking build it for me.
If
Because
their building is, you've got to.
Well,
you do have to research. You do have to
is it?
not touch things that are metal.
What's the? I can't remember which
Yeah.
site it was. It was a PC build or whatever.
You
There's a
don't wanna fry your
website.
fucking motherboard straight up.
Always put thermal paste. Always use the thermal paste when putting it.
Well, I was lucky that it already came pre-applied. All I had to do was just stick it in. That's all I did.
Yeah,
Stick it on.
yeah.
Like it was all done for me. I didn't have to do
all
any.
the
I was
tools
fearing I was
do
gonna have
that,
to
they come
fucking
with
squirt it
thermal
down, and I've had nightmares of squirting that shit. And I was like,
You need
thank
a
God
little
it came with it.
Like a pea-sized dab. That's all you need.
Oh, it was
Well,
more
I
than a
played-
pea-sized dab on this thing. Jeez.
I on Epic they had a free the free games.
The
Well,
PC builder.
Yeah, PC Builder Simulator, and I got that, and I've been playing that for.
It has its moments. Pretty good.
It does have its moments, and it is quite educational, so it's been good. And on that note, on Epic right now, the free game is Dead by Daylight, if
Yes.
you don't have it.
Yes.
And Wild True Learn, that's the other one.
Yeah, that looks
Um,
weird.
And coming soon after that is Godfall, Challenger Edition,
Ooh.
and Prison Architect, if you don't have that game.
Ooh.
That's the
Weird
next one.
how they've got that coming when PS Plus has Godfall Challengers Edition.
It's like a thing they're giving out everywhere. It says, here, have all this for free.
Yeah, but you don't get
Yeah,
the base
yeah,
game
yeah.
with it. It's just
Mm-hmm.
the Challengers Edition, which is it's after the base game. Like you automatically get level 50.
Oh, okay. So it's like a booster.
Yeah, like you
Yeah.
automatically get level 50 and do the end game stuff. That's it.
Yep.
And then you're gonna buy the base game to do the story and
That's weird.
yeah. I found that out. I already own the game, so I don't give a shit.
Where's my news? I had something.
I'll
that,
grind my level 50 out.
But, it's a
Oh,
free game. It's a
Yeah,
free game.
like a
You
gold
could
purple
play it.
Rockstar one, yeah. No,
I mean,
somebody doing
Godfall's
it to me.
like a 4 out of 10. You don't really want to play it anyway, from what I've heard. So
what have I got?
no one likes it.
I got some news here. Some other news. So remember back a little while back, when there was that whole massive cancel culture thing was going on, and it was a big thing to
what?
cancel everyone.
Oh,
And remember with the whole Star Wars debacle
Oh.
where a certain actress got cancel cultured on and she fucking got fired, or she got fired, whatever. Gina Carano.
Oh, that was like last year, dude.
Yeah. Oh, that's
Yeah.
fucking that's forever
That
ago.
was like every couple of months, someone has to get cancelled because they just get bored with someone else.
no
and
one's
they
been
move
doing
on.
ages though. Since that though, that's the thing.
No, Dave Chappelle got cancelled.
Yeah,
Oh,
Dave Chappelle
well,
got
supposedly-
cancelled, that was the last one.
That was supposedly got cancelled, but who knows what happened. Get out of my.
You know, it's they go they complain about Dave Chappelle, but they didn't complain about cuties, which is promoting technically child
Some
abuse
people
and
did, some didn't.
Yeah.
Oh, it was
Yeah.
all with the Dave Chappelle thing. But I was gonna say was Lucasfilm have now reportedly backtracked and they're rehiring Gina Carano.
That was months ago. So the fuck?
They've actually
That was
probably gotten back
2
on it.
months ago that happened.
So they're getting back onto it. They're actually
Crazy.
probably. It's
I got
all,
a
If I was
video.
to, I wouldn't do that because that's just
well, it's all character continuity,
Some of
plots,
it
and
take
stuff like
from it,
that.
though,
They want to
as
keep
well,
the
like-
character because they're going to recast the character. So
Someone reported my video on TikTok the other day, and it was like when it was going, it went from like 30,000 views, and then it went to 60 in like, probably about an hour and a half. Then
And
it got
nothing.
70,000. I was like, this is taken off. And then someone must have just been like, nah, report. You can report it for hate speech. And TikTok removed
Yeah, I
it. And
remember
now
that.
I'm not allowed to post. But this is just like 2
But
days
like
ago.
my duet of it's still up. Like it's still up
Yeah.
and running, and you can basically come to my video to watch his video. It's great.
Yeah.
Like it's still up.
Hell, man.
And I'm like, I was gonna try and like contest it, and then because it was like
You
hate
got
speech.
You've made it, Juddee. You've got haters.
Oh, but I was just like, it's not even
One
hate
of the
speech.
viral, like went pretty viral.
I'm just like, I'm just complaining that he's got a dick and he's
bit-
punching
That
women.
was such a weird
yeah.
video. That was such a weird fucking
Someone can
video.
report you, and then you get.
I was like confused, and I was like basically agreeing with you at the same time, and like no one said anything about it. It's
Yeah,
great.
it's just nuts. And then I went to post the video I posted today. I went to post that last night, and they're like, nah, you can't post for another 24 hours. I was like,
Oh
yeah.
no!
So
Stupid.
it's getting worse. It's getting to the point where
So, but
I
you're
think the next one they might ban me. But,
So can you do anything? Like, were you able to still go live or anything? Because I know you went live the other night,
no, because I didn't go live last night, so I don't know. I wasn't
but you just
allowed
can't
to post
post.
anyway.
Can't
Yeah.
post, but you can go live.
Yeah,
That's another
it's
thing on
rough.
top of it. It's so weird. TikTok can be some weird stuff. Like I had that with a video, like it got taken down for gore, and because I had like a fly, I filmed a fly. One of the videos is up still, the other one's not. But like because all I had in the it's like just the flies licking my fucking wound. It's just going.
It was like this big too.
It's so fucking
cut
yeah.
it
It's
down.
very nothing, and I think like in my title, I put on the title knee juice, and that TikTok picked it up as being like flagged for like gore and violence.
How's knee juice
What?
gore? Like,
But I guess because I don't know because certain trigger words, I guess. So like knee
Yeah,
juice made it sound like it was like
Yeah.
it does sound a bit
it is because
The
I posted a
algorithm just
video
yeah.
of a turbo, like one of the turbo vehicles I was working on. I posted that and I said there's a Chinese turbo on it, and I put boost by
Well,
China, and then it got removed
'Cause
like
it's China?
15 minutes later, and I was like, wow. So I put boost by international country, and then put China but spaced in between each letter, and it's still up there now. So.
Yeah, that's I mean. There's certain words that even
though
though weirdly enough, because isn't like TikTok a Chinese company made, I think
Yeah.
app as well. Like it's weirdly enough, but they don't
Yeah,
want to have it associated. It's fucking weird.
You can't say anything about China these days. Just nothing.
China,
they're
China,
gonna start
China,
World War
China.
Three if not fucking
China.
China.
Yeah, you have to be
Yeah.
careful.
Oh, they've already
It's-
started World War Three.
Well, what
Yeah.
the latest thing was the tennis star. You hear about that? Chinese tennis star.
No.
She made a report that a member of Chinese Parliament raped her.
Yep.
So she made the
wow.
post, and
Uh-oh.
that post instantly got taken down, and then she kind of disappeared. And
So she's
you know, and then there was a video out saying, you know, oh, don't worry, I'm alive and well, and this is the date, this is the time, and it's very suspicious. You know, and there was also a post as well saying, you know, oh, I regret saying that, it wasn't true, that post, blah, blah, blah. And it was so, you know, just
Like that
it's kind of...
Someone
this
standing
is
behind the
done
camera with a
like-
gun or a knife or something, be like,
Yeah,
say
yeah,
this,
yeah,
read this bullet,
something like
and she's
that.
got to read the bullet.
Yeah, and because of that, the tennis association, one of the big tennis association that decides, you know, a lot of tennis being played around the world, they've
Yeah.
said, no, we're not going to play in China, not until we know she's all right. So that had a bit of backlash as well. You know, it's not the only,
China's not
you know,
looking good. Right
No,
now,
China's not looking good
Uh,
at all.
well, you know, it's you kind of do a few things, like especially when COVID, when they kind of, you know, welded people inside their homes and, you know, dragged them off and did a few things. And, you know, if we don't want to forget about Tiananmen Square, you know, having a tank run over possibly someone is kind of a good, bad thing. I don't know. You know, China, they don't have a really good track record, especially when you say, you know, Taiwan is a, you know,
Yeah,
this will
it's-
probably get monetized now, demonetized now, because I just said
The
that.
the podcast has not been allowed to be played in China, so that be alright. We
Yeah,
banned in China.
yeah. That's
But
one of the
still.
things. So, you know, China has a lot of power behind.
Some explaining
anything.
to do.
Yeah, what is
Yeah.
it? China's trying to get Taiwan under their regime. They're not.
Oh,
going.
that's an old story, because the story
Yeah, but
goes is,
now they're still trying to get them.
well, they've always been trying to get them. China's been taking over the Southern Sea.
they're like
But you know what you should be
ready-
getting?
down there.
ready
A
to
Beardy Bros
fly
mug.
over it now.
Yes, we should
Get
totally
the Beardy
rid
Bros
of
mug right now, available on Redbubble.
it. Change the subject before China comes down.
I won't do shit.
Oh, then,
You hear
China,
about,
if you do come by and get it, come get a Beardy Bros mug right now. Available on Redbubble. Special 1 year anniversary limited
Even
edition.
come to Mandarin.
Mega special
Yeah.
China edition. I'm sure something's made in China.
Yeah.
Yeah, look!
China, dude.
Made in China. You can't see it. It says made in China.
Yeah.
Orca coatings made in China.
Everything's made in China. What are we gonna do?
We're not.
That's true. Isn't it?
I mean,
There you go.
made in Taiwan? Are you made in Taiwan? No.
Uh,
Which is a part of China.
Made in
Sorry.
Bangladesh.
Did you hear,
Bangladesh, India.
Buddy, in Korea, that student got sentenced to death by firing squad for watching Squid Game.
Squid, yes!
Yeah. That was in North Korea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
just crazy.
North Korea and its
That's
own
fucked
Squid
up.
Games.
Yeah.
Probably
No,
was just fucked.
It's just-
I was about to
it's
say
so
he didn't need to show the TV show. He just has to look outside the window.
Yeah.
There's everyone else there is competing over food or whatnot.
But what gets
so,
me
you
is
know,
like I'd like
they're
to
living
know
it.
how do they get that? How did that news get leaked out? Like how did we know that? Like it's interesting that this dude somehow got a copy of Squid Games legally and wanted to watch it and share it around, and then we get the information that this guy that got the Squid Games now initially like in a firing line for death. It's like what the fuck?
that's right.
Who's leaking this news out? Like who's like, oh my god, this guy he got Squid Games. He's gonna die. We need to let everyone know around the world that he's dying because he legally got in Squid Games into the country. Like okay.
Yeah. It would be funny if it was just Netflix just posting that for their lols, just for the hell of it.
And then
promote Squid Games
Following-
even more.
following story would be like the guy who
Right
leaked
now,
about the
like,
guy getting
nothing.
Death Squad is now in line for getting Death Squad because he leaked the information about being, and like it just goes through a chain, and then it's just like it's just this whole like loophole thing. Like say it's all Netflix that set it up in the end. Netflix
Yeah,
comes out and goes,
yeah,
sorry guys, we
yeah,
made this whole
that thing
chain story
happened.
up. We went too deep, and it's like someone keeps dying for leaking the information. It's like, and it's to come back to us. Yeah, sorry, it was just a joke.
That's the least of their problems.
But like, it's just
media,
weird.
Netflix or North Korea?
Netflix media, fucking people get extradited to North Korea to get sentenced
Right?
to
Yeah.
death. Yeah,
Oh, but the weird part is though, because I guess because it's like it's set because the show's like set around South Korea or something like that, That's fucking
Yeah,
North Korea,
yeah. It's based in South Korea. Yeah, the TV
Oh.
show is based in South Korea.
which is
well,
like
well, not the island, but you know, it's
Yeah.
it's the character.
the island's placed off in North
Some
Korea.
actors are North Korean. It's almost like
Yeah,
Well, that's
Pretty
because
sure.
some North Koreans do make their way down south and
they
kind of
leave.
go,
They want to leave.
We've you know kind of made it past the giant minefield, and no,
they're
literally,
real life red light, green light.
They're real life green light, red light. They just told their story, and someone went, "That would actually make a really good TV show." And,
Right.
and it's, yeah, red light, green light, landmines.
The war's over now, isn't it? So they probably just do whatever they want, or is that not the case?
Not
No,
really.
no.
North Korea's still strict.
There's
Oh,
still the
okay.
I think they call it 37th parallel, 36th parallel, which is like the border between North and South Korea, which is this large amount of land. You can kind of, you know, see North Korea, but in between that, it's all landmines.
Mm.
It's literally all landmines.
And that's stuff that's been there
And
for
there's
forever.
like a little bit of land that's in between that famous one where you have the two buildings, and you have that bit of concrete. Yeah, those guards there. Yeah, and you'll see, you know, a few photos of like, I think when Trump visited as well, you'll see a few photos of him.
shame he
Yeah.
didn't miss the path.
Because I thought
But,
North Korea and South Korea they met up and
Yeah.
cancelled the war and it was a big.
Supposedly.
You
Supposedly.
know what reminds
No,
me of,
they
Wookie?
didn't.
That
What?
scene in Rambo 4 when they're in that he's on the back of the truck and they've got the people running through the reeds and they've got the landmines in there.
Mm.
They just start legging it and boom,
Oh.
going off.
I haven't watched that movie in so
Oh.
long.
I'll say it's just crazy, and that's the weird thing about that whole system. It's not about like people they're like North Korea worried about people coming in. It's their people leaving. Like that's the thing. They don't want
Yeah,
anyone to
yeah.
leave because it's just so fucked.
Well, they just don't want people knowing what actually happens there. But a lot of the stories are very much the same from what people say that happens in North Korea, and
Stays in
the
North
stories
Korea.
that do know, like, you know, food shortages and all this other thing. And the only way you can actually visit North Korea is through China. So you take an airplane from China, and fly over to North Korea, and then you have like a guided tour throughout North Korea. So
Yeah,
they'll
you're
take
not
you
allowed to
through
go on
certain
your own.
places. Yeah, you'll stay in a
Specific
hotel.
places.
Yeah,
You're not
yeah,
allowed to have
everything's
cameras
bugged,
and
everything's guided, everything's controlled. You can't take photos of certain things. You can't do,
Yeah.
can't talk to certain people. They'll take you to the factories. They'll say, oh, they'll have big dinners for you, but they'll have no food for, any of their people and stuff like that.
Wow.
It's very
Yeah,
controlled,
crazy.
very, very controlled.
Then they'll take an American guy and beat him up and send him home retarded for his death. That's what they did to that bloke when he ripped down that propaganda poster.
Yeah. Well, that's exactly
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
defacing their property and stuff though. So that's kind of like where they see it as that. It's just like that's
But-
Yeah.
vandalism.
Yeah,
so
Still, it's a bit over dramatic. But
Yeah.
Fuck me.
Oh,
Yeah.
North Korea would just say he was retarded before he came to the.
I was gonna say, were you talking about Trump? Because that's how he went there. But yeah.
Oh, snap.
That's like Rodman.
Oh.
He's mates with buddy, what's Kim
It's the
Jong-un?
same story. It's Trump and that guy.
He went there. That guy left as Trump.
Yeah. It's the same retarded guy. No,
Or they just made up
Yeah,
some other guy did it.
I'm pretty sure we're not allowed to say the word retarded these days.
What is
I
Expert Beardy Bros.
what really happened? What really happened was Trump was there and he tripped
Yeah.
over and he fell and he grabbed a sign and ripped it and they're like, oh no! And they
Oh
beat him.
no! And then the big headline is retarded guy ruins sign in North Korea.
Yeah, then they just blamed some other guy so Trump wasn't blamed for it.
Yeah.
They had to twist up the news.
Yeah. But
All the news is just twisted.
yeah, that's pretty much it. It's like
we probably hear something that didn't completely happen. Like
Well,
they
we
were
get it happens all the time. Yeah.
yeah,
like-
unless you're there, you don't know what exactly happened. Even then, people always question people's memory of the events, and they question again and again and again.
The Mandela
Or
effect.
the
they,
story changes.
yeah,
really.
or the story see if the story changes, or people just go, "You sure it isn't this?" and try and it's
Persuade them.
make it their own way. I think people will grab things of what they want and then kind of add their own narrative to it.
Well,
I think. Yeah, one of the biggest ones was like, what is it, the Carl Rittenhouse trial.
I was gonna say.
That's crazy.
Oh, well, yeah.
$460 million law case.
Well, I was going to say, related to that as
Yeah.
well, that recent incident we mentioned as well, and that they've come back up again because there was an interview with Baldwin about that shooting incident that happened on set. That's come up now where he's like, he's having interviews and he's got to really tippy toe with what he says because it could be used against him.
Well,
Yeah.
he said he didn't pull the trigger.
Yeah,
No, exactly. You've
And-
seen it. Have you seen it, Jim?
What?
The interview? I guess not.
No.
So his
I was
recollections was
he
they were
said
testing
he
a
didn't pull
scene
it.
shot, and he had the gun. So in the testing the scene shot, he cocked back the thing, like his hand was
so
on the
he
trigger.
didn't-
He was pulling it back for a test shot, like he was saying, trying to line up the angle for the shot. And he was like saying to her, "Where's the shot? Where's it?" He's like, "Here, move here, move here." And he was leaning the the thing back
And
on
the
the
gun
gun.
was just fucked.
And when he released it, it went forwards and hit and shot. Because that's going to happen with gun. If you don't have to pull the trigger, you can just pull the thing back because it's
Yeah,
not.
but the hammer should
hammer.
stay
The
back.
hammer, that's it. The hammer, yeah.
Triggered
My
the-
brain
the
was
gun's
fucking.
fucked before even.
And that's the thing, because the hammer just flicked forwards, and that's what happened. It flicked forwards, and it shot off. And at first, when it happened, he was saying it wasn't until like 45 minutes later that he realized that she had actually been shot, and basically died. Like, because he just thought she was injured at first, and yeah, because it can happen where he thought it was maybe some
45
wadding.
minutes and she was fine, and all of a sudden just.
No,
Why-
I think
they
it was pretty soon because
He's pretty shocked.
The way he put it was he's pulled the hammer back, but if you don't pull a hammer back all the way, they don't lock. So you can pull a hammer
Yeah.
back halfway, and if he
It'll
slips
just-
or whatever.
Yeah, that's what
happened.
Hit that, yeah.
But yeah, I think he said that he shot the director, assistant, or whatever it was, and then shot that other chick, and then she's like, "Oh, this isn't good." And then he said, "No, it's not," and then she collapsed or something.
It was very
That's what
fucking
I
weird.
heard, but-
Yeah, so
It's
basically,
like I was about to say with that style of like
gun.
I wouldn't say style, but yeah, with that style of gun, because it's a revolver, yeah, it's like cowboy action. So essentially, you can just
Yeah.
Relax the
fan
hammer,
it.
yeah.
That's it, it's called fanning. So which is where you don't do the trigger all the way back. Kind of
Yeah.
slap it, slap it,
And that's what
called
happened.
Fanning. And that's essentially it was unintentional fanning of the revolver. and
It's just
it
loaded.
went.
Like that's the.
Yeah.
That's exactly because he did not know it
Well,
was
yeah.
loaded either. Like he did not
Yeah,
expect it
it-
to be loaded because they were just testing a shot out. He
Well,
was fanning the
that-
hammer, as you say, and it hit just went forwards and it just went bang, and like it went off, and
Yeah.
he was in shock when it happened because like he didn't expect it was loaded. At first, he thought it was a blank, or
Yeah.
like because he thought it might have been the wadding had hit her or something like that. He explained the situation.
Yeah,
And
Well,
she collapsed, and
that's
then
what
he
can
was-
happen. It's the wadding for some blanks. It's like sometimes they can
Like
have
compressed.
No,
Ten
it is crimpled. It's supposed to be crimpled at the front, but sometimes they have stuff in there like a
Blanks
gel
will
or
still
something
kill
like
you.
that. Yeah. It's blanks can still kill people. It's also the same way of what is that? Like rubber bullets can still kill people.
Yeah.
Hit him in the right spot, you can go down.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like it just goes to show that movie sets, if there's any things need to be put in place, like not just the armorer needs to make sure everything's all done, but any actor using any firearm, even if it's in one scene, needs to do firearm safety.
Yeah.
Needs to be taught the
Well,
basics
their
of firearms.
safety walked off. Like they weren't there. They just walked
Yeah,
off and.
like the amount of movies that Alec Baldwin
Yeah.
has done in the past where possibly he's used firearms. He needs any firearm. You need to know the basics of firearms and
Safety
you need
checks.
Safety checks. So it comes down to the responsibility of each level. It's
Like
like
call
any
on the set.
workplace.
Like
So that should have been checked because someone was shooting that with bullets in it just before that, like a few hours
Yeah.
before.
Oh yeah,
Someone should
but
have checked that.
it
And
was
then-
like he did assume though. He did assume because
that
he
someone
was
had already
told that
safety
the-
checked.
Yes, that he was told the weapon was cold, which means blanks. But still, it comes down to everyone to take responsibility
Double checking,
of their-
triple checking.
of double checking and triple checking because you are using a firearm. That is one of the first number one things that you're doing with firearm safety. Like I've done my firearm safety course, and you do not point a firearm in any direction at any person. Whether it's loaded or unloaded, whether you've been told it's loaded or unloaded, and unless you intend to use it on that person, whether it's a blank round or not, if you point at that person, that means it's like you're putting that person's life in danger. You purposely or not. That's where it comes down to firearm safety, and whether they're going to blame the armorer or Alec Baldwin, it comes down to both of them. All their parts play exactly. And the suggestion was, we hire the production, which he's a producer for that film. He says production should hire a police officer on site for sets to look over gun safety. No,
Just fucking stand
exactly.
there.
Exactly. What are they going to do? Stand there and say,
That's what your
it was
fucking
my
safety
responsibility?
people are for.
Yeah, exactly. Health and safety, basic health and safety is they teach you. It's better to teach people. It's like teaching a man to fish rather than giving man a
Well, that's
fish.
the thing. People do training with guns before the movie for 6 weeks or so.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, that's exactly it.
Keanu Reeves didn't just go, I'll just do John Wick and just
Well, he used
around
real
with the
guns
weapon.
and nothing happened, because he had proper safety.
Well, that's exactly it. Like, before he even played with the hammer, he should assess the gun and gone, okay, there's nothing in here. Yeah, okay, so we're going to do this on set. Get ready for this. Not just go, here's the gun. Okay, is this angle right? Is this angle right? Is this angle right? Like, actually assess the weapon first. Not just straight to go to
The
act
bit
with it.
that I don't get is he was obviously pointing the weapon at them. In
It
today's
wasn't at her exactly. They're probably just in that direction.
It was basically, that's what it was in that direction because she wanted to angle up the shot when he was saying, because that's what he says in the interview. He was trying to angle up the shot, and she said, point it here, move to the left a little bit, up a little bit higher, down a little bit, and then kind of cock it back and told him
And the
to try to get the
could
shot.
aim it anywhere that it shouldn't have been.
Yeah, and she was trying to line up the shot.
Age with,
And he, like he
camera
said,
booms and stuff.
Yeah.
Surely they could have got the angle with a boom in front or to the side. Like, why are they even in front of a barrel of a
Yeah,
gun?
but if someone's holding
yeah,
it, you
exactly it.
better
Why were they
angle
there?
Well, even then, if you're doing something like that, you should use a prop weapon, like like a toy weapon, a toy gun, for trying to get the angles right.
I feel like there
And
should be some
then
kind of
once
ballistic
the
wall.
scene is
heard
being
it
done,
move.
that's when you hand them the prop weapon, like the actual prop, the weapon being used for the scene. That's where you swap it out, and then you make sure it's all safe. That's what technically should have happened. Not this.
It should have a lockout tag on it, so when that actor grabs that weapon, when he removes that tag,
Correct.
it's him saying that I've checked it and It's
Yeah, there should be simple steps, just simple extra steps, because it's like all it takes is a few extra moments.
Wouldn't have happened.
Exactly, those few extra moments. All it took was that few extra moments with anyone checking or him checking himself with him handling it, to and it would have saved.
Check it, just didn't check the fucking barrel.
Well, this situation I think now will put in place a new ruling with how things are done.
He said he's getting rid of all real guns and using fake ones.
Well, technically, all movie sets do use fake ones anyway. Just like
John Wick was using real guns, I think.
Were they? Oh, okay. Oh, they just would have just
he
swapped
was
out.
training with the real guns. Remember?
Yeah, but they would have had with a movie that's using that many firearms and that type of action. They would have actually had someone that was competent in being an armorer on site. Just saying, because even for this Rust movie, it sounded like they didn't have a competent.
Yeah, well, even the safety inspector they had was like the daughter of like a well-known safety, like
that was the armorer
thing as well. Yeah, the armorer. Yeah,
that was the armorer. She was even said on a previous podcast that she was invited to that the movies that she was doing, or even the one that she did previously, she was nervous because she was completely new. The only reason they probably hired her is one, she was the daughter of family name, and they assumed that she knew what she was doing, even though she quoted before that. She quoted before that she wasn't competent into doing a job, and she was nervous. So
Jim got a bit nervous there.
Yeah, Jim's like a bit nervous.
I actually froze. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? I checked my internet.
I thought China just took Jim away.
One by one, we just start disappearing.
One by one, we all just disappear. There's guns to our heads.
It's like that gun maker in America. They actually made like a real pistol for shooting. And if you put the magazine in, and it only come out, this is months after they sold like hundreds of them, that if you put the magazine and pull your slide to like load your round, and you slide it back and let it go, it will actually fire the round.
Just don't get why
that's
not good there. Like,
that's dangerous. That you point that you just like, haha, let go, bang, and just that's far.
I've seen that on TikTok. The bloke's just like puts his mag in, bang, and it shoots, and then he takes it out, puts it back in, bang, and it shoots. It's like,
that is not safe. That's not safe as well at all. It's one also the other reasons why you don't if you use cowboy revolvers, you never put the full 6 rounds in them, is because with old cowboy revolvers you always have the hammer on a live round, and so basically. It moves. And so when you're taking out the holster, you could accidentally just discharge straight away, which is what. Yeah. And or the most common thing is the reason why cowboys never fully loaded their revolvers in all 6 rounds is because they would shoot their foot off.
Or their butt cheek.
Or their butt cheek or whatever, wherever they had it. So that was one of the reasons why, like, if you've ever watched videos or learned about fight, 3-gun cowboys, so they'll use the revolvers and then they'll use a lever action, then revolver pistols, the cowboy pistols, and then they'll use the double-barrel shotguns. They'd never load the full 6 rounds, is because if you're, taking it out, it could go off, and that's the most common thing. Yeah,
that makes sense, because when I was playing the 2019 Modern Warfare, I had to do like an execution. I had a revolver. I had no damn bullets in it. I'm like, the fuck? And then the price just chucks from the table. We just load one at a time, then shoots, as you said.
Well, it's leaving one empty chamber.
The hammer sticks right out there. Like, that's not.
Small. Oh yeah. It's That's why you leave one empty chamber where the hammer's on, because not until you do cock it, that's when you want to actually use it, and you just don't have the hammer sitting on. It's like having a semi-automatic pistol, like with the slide, like that. When you pull it back, you don't want to have a live round in there unless you're purposely going to use it. One in the stovepipe, and So it's one like basic gun safety.
Unless you're going to use it anyway, like.
That's why they got rid of revolvers as a safety hazard.
Yeah.
Because if you've got it holstered and you get in a tackle with someone and they hit that hammer, well, it's game over if it goes off. That's why they got rid of
modern revolvers are somewhat, it's a lot of people have them fully loaded, but I'm just mainly referring to old cowboy lever action pistols because they were very more.
Shooting in the foot was a real thing.
Yeah, exactly.
When I shoot the ground beside and just boom.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, damn, son.
Yeah. I've fired several types of weapons, and from revolvers to semi-automatic pistols to shotguns to I've fired
I
a
hope I never have
minigun.
to fire a gun, to be fair.
Oh no,
It's the
trust
best
me,
fun
you
you
have
ever
to
do.
fire a minigun at least once in your life.
Yeah, just like freaking Schwarzenegger, just walk around with it.
Oh no,
Casually.
I had it on the stand, and it was just
Ooh.
like 500 rounds just in 30
Is it actually
seconds.
the two buttons?
Yeah, 2 buttons.
Oh.
500 rounds in 30 seconds, which pretty much explains my sex life. Just right there. Same thing is just just squeezing
You
it.
cannot aim that though. You cannot aim.
Oh, you
freaking
don't have
minigun.
to aim. It's whatever
fucking
it's
destroy
pointing,
whatever,
it's
isn't it?
obliterated.
That's crazy.
And I had a 50 cal sniper rifle as well.
Oh, that would have kicked.
No, I had that on the stand as well, which was
Yeah, but
convenient.
don't they still kick on the stand though? Like you get a little.
Oh, you can feel the percussions, like the concussion force of the round. I fired AKs, I fired like classic World War II guns like an MP40, a Thompson.
The helicopter gun.
Helicopter, that would be
Helicopter!
fantastic.
Helicopter!
I fired
Juddee knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
shooting from a helicopter, awesome. That would be a good thing to do, is shooting from a helicopter. Well, they do it out in WA. I think it's WA where they shoot. They hunt camels. I think it's camels because
camels
That's
and
what yours is
pigs.
doing.
camels and emus, mainly emus, because there's an
They're
overpopulation.
gonna start
of
the war
emus.
again. The war of...
Yeah, we'll start the war again.
That'd be so hard
We
to
lost
hit,
the last one. I think it's just a matter of aiming, forward and up.
As soon as they start running, they're fucking legging it.
Well, that's why they use like fully automatic weapons
Yep.
or burst rounds. Kind of do
Yeah,
it.
they
You
got,
just
they
can't.
got semi-automatics. Yeah.
Yeah. You'd have to put down a few rounds downrange before you can
God.
actually hit it. So
That's
it's
like Australia tried banning the we've actually got quite a few of them down here, like me and my mates and that sort of stuff. They're a lever action shotgun, and that they hold.
the Adler. Yeah.
Yeah, they hold
Another
7
one
shots
comes down.
Yeah, it's called the
comes down
Adler.
to that.
It's the most.
Yeah, so we got a couple of those before they banned. Well, they haven't banned them yet, but and my mate can shoot quicker out of a side by side than I can with a lever action.
Yeah.
So he just goes because he has his belt on, so I'll let off a shot and go to lever action, and he'll let off 2, flick it down, he'll pull 2 shells out at once and load them, and he can let them off quicker than I can.
Yeah.
Practice, bro. Practice.
Well,
Yeah,
it is
that's right.
practice, and it just comes down to that.
I mean, you shouldn't want to really do that just in case something does happen.
Yeah. But
Well,
like in the theory of things, they're trying to ban the lever action because you can let off more shots. But like I said, with enough practice, if we walked into a packed mall, he'd kill more people than I could.
You can do one shot a second. Theory, couldn't you? Like one, just keep cranking that fucking.
Yeah, you can do it.
Oh, it also comes down to
you can.
capacity of the gun as well. But yeah, and then also there's loading time as well. So if you said 10 rounds and the capacity was 7, while you're still reloading your 7-round, Adler lever action, he's already gotten off the extra rounds.
That's right.
Yeah,
What
and
about Schwarzenegger? He just fucking spun the gun. Just
oh
fucking-
yeah. I fired that lever action shotgun, and it is. I wanted to do that, but it was all tethered. So,
Oh,
and
no.
it is a fun gun. It's just the whole.
Good old T2 on the motorbike. Just.
Yeah. But
skill to do that because you have to That's crazy.
yeah. It's a lot of like arm action there. It's it's just arm action there.
It'd be a lot of power to even flick it back up like that. Just.
Yeah, because it's heavy as well.
Yeah,
It's
weight it. And
it's
then
not
hit
like
your next
Call of
shot.
Duty,
Like, fuck.
I remember that gun in Call of Duty as well. It was insane. That was an awesome gun to use. But
I think it is 7-shot there too, actually.
normal capacity.
I like it.
is
I like it in
4
Fortnite.
or 5. Yeah, Fortnite. Yeah.
They do that whole action in Fortnite, so when you run around with it and you shoot it, he actually spins it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you shoot it off, you go, and then you reload it, and he flips it.
Well, that's the thing. I'm amazed that Australia we've got the Adler, which is the lever action shotgun, but we've banned the pump action shotgun
Exactly.
because they think it's completely more rounds
but
down
pump is a
range.
bit- Yeah, a bit overkill for anything.
They
Oh!
ban the pumpy mainly because I can hold the pump action shotgun and stay on target.
And just
Because
hang on.
the lever action really throws
Yeah.
you off.
One of the most banned, well, not I won't say
That fucking
banned weapons.
spaz, though. That's even worse.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
spaz. Full auto, yeah.
Yeah.
I've fired a semi-auto,
You can get like what, 3
shotgun.
shots, just bam.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it is fun.
I'd love to shoot an
Semi-auto,
AA-12.
yeah.
If I could
But
shoot an AA-12, I'd fucking love that.
I'd love to shoot an AA-12. That was one that I never got the fire,
Oh,
and
that would be lovely.
yeah, and because of the custom
Amazing.
rounds that you can get for it, those six. You ever seen Expendables, the explosive shotgun rounds? That's a legit
Incendiary and
thing.
everything.
Oh yeah, that's the dragon breath rounds. That would be fantastic to
They
fire.
look
as well.
Using that
fucking
in Back for
cool.
Blood, just flamed everything.
Yeah. But I'm trying to say, there was fight all those weapons as well because I went to Vegas and just went, here you go, you have my money, I'm gonna fire all these guns, go crazy, and I fired several in Australia as well, and we've got shooting ranges here, but the laws in Queensland, we have them tethered. If you're going to go out or you can go if you have the license, which I do, and you go to the range as well, and you can use these weapons like a 22 or because we've got bolt actions. Yeah, long range. We do have shooting pistol ranges as well, but if you've got pistol license as well, and
That's where you'd start, right? Just using a pistol and just go up gradually.
Well, no, they in Australia they recommend rifle.
Yeah, in Australia you skip pistols because it's harder to get for one, and 22 is the most common thing to shoot.
Yeah.
That's where you start. Yeah, you start.
The rifle is anyone can use one. Like just aim it and.
Yeah, rifle's very especially it's a bolt action.
Like
as long as you know the action.
No, assault rifle.
Yeah, AK's assault rifle. Well, technically, children in Africa, as small as 13 can use it.
The gun's fucking bigger than them. They're just like,
yeah. It's pretty easy to use. I fired an AK, and it is pretty easy. I can see how a 13-year-old can easily use one in Africa.
Gun, right? So...
Yeah, it's just warlords. Just hand them out like candy bars.
They're like 8 years old, cigar, bling.
Gold-plated AK.
Yeah.
Or the CIA gives the Taliban fucking 3 shipments of them and just destroys the shit.
Yeah,
I was watching that. Remember you told me about the documentary of the medics in the ISIS thing, Wookie? Volunteers.
Oh, yeah. There was the it wasn't ISIS. It was for. Yeah. It wasn't for ISIS. It was fighting. They were fighting against ISIS.
Yeah.
But they were guys that volunteered to be medics, fighting against ISIS.
Crazy. I watched that and thought, fuck that.
Yeah, it was fantastic. Can't remember the name of the series though. If you go back and watch previous episodes, I'm saying previous episodes of the podcast when I was on. I talk about it then.
Yes.
But I can't remember it. No. That was crazy. Yeah, they had AKs and all that, and they were using
mental.
Yeah, it was mental.
My brain is like so on par with anything that's like Afghanistan based or anything like Iraq or anything like that. Like, I'm just prepared for something to go wrong because I watched on TikTok this dude. I don't know if you've seen the TikTok, Juddee, but it's this army soldier and he's like playing with these kids and they're kicking the ball around and stuff. They're playing soccer, playing chasey, whatever it was. And they ran off, and my brain was just immediately prepared for like him to run behind the truck and just boom, like. That's like I'm just like so prepared. I've seen so much shit that's come out of there of something bad happening that I was like, when's this fucking happen? When's this gonna fucking happen? Like it's not gonna. It wasn't. It was just the most wholesome fucking video. But like, that's how far my brain has gotten to now with like so much fucking shit from like war and stuff that I'm just like prepared.
War movies and that's nothing like what wars is like.
No.
Like
war movies don't even.
Games, that's nothing. Like war is slow. It's drawn out. It's fucking quiet until someone goes. Woo!
The fast part.
What's that? The Flash? What's Barry Allen doing there?
No, all you hear is like the bullet go past.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah. They'll zip and pass. It's
that's a scary part about
people
war.
Can't hit targets. Shit. B, they're just.
It's good. It's good they can't hit shit.
Looking at each other.
You don't even know. Like that's the scary part. Like I've heard some stories on.
Someone can be watching you don't even know it.
Yeah.
Like the movies and that make it look so.
Oh, it gives me the heebie-jeebies.
Like, no.
Apparently, the Australian army gives 0 fucks over there.
Yeah.
Like one bloke had a IED in the middle of the road, and he called the experts to come disarm it. And that was they were Americans, and the Australians rocked up, and
Was
the
he in the big
Australians,
Well,
yeah, he
that's
was in the tank. He just shot it and blew the shit out of the road, and then they just kept going.
well, that's like a
That's
guy.
yeah.
There's a guy who works at the barber shop down where I work, and apparently he's one of Australia's best snipers.
Oof.
And I was like,
Right.
what? He talks about, yeah, because he's like in the army shit. He's apparently one of Australia's best snipers. And he's been like, yeah, he's been overseas and he's done shit. I'm just like, what the fuck? What are you doing here out of all places? Like being a barber. Yeah, like he's, yeah, man. Yeah, he
Well,
looks, I mean, he's got
I'm
the
doing to
tattoos. He looks
say-
rugged. Like he looks like a rugged man.
Skilled, Daz. Be careful.
Yeah, he's like, I mean, he looks like he's seen some shit though. Like he actually got like,
Yeah.
he's built. He's got the tattoos. He's got the beard. Like he looks rugged. Like he's got the, he looks like he can actually.
Don't give him a fucking.
I was
razor,
like,
though. Jesus
jeez.
Christ.
I was just like, out of all places, like, wow.
You just gotta set him off.
It
Yeah.
blends in well, that's the thing. But like you said, he's probably seen some fuck shit and done some shit.
Hang
and
on,
he
is
didn't
he
want to do it.
Was he like a short dude?
Yeah.
Probably the guy that I had when I was over there.
Oh,
Had like
Barber.
a bald head, big.
Yeah. He's like not massively
Same guy
short.
cut my beard.
Did he talk about shit? Did he ever tell you about his war stories?
Oh, not that, but I think it's the same dude.
Yeah, because he's not massively tall, but like he's like
Nah.
a bit shorter than me. Because I'm like
Yeah,
nearly
he's like
6.
average height.
He's like 5 something. Like he's not like I guess 5'6", like 5'5" or something. Like he's not short,
Yeah.
but like he's yeah. And yeah, he's like
he was
built,
quiet.
but he's
You're kinda
small.
quiet.
Yeah, he doesn't really talk. He's very yeah.
Mm.
He doesn't go out his way to
Was it
talk
the
and stuff
same
like that.
dude? Holy
Tatted
crap.
up, big beard, fucking near on bald head. Yeah. What the fuck? Yeah, most probably was him. That's fucking trippy. Yeah, because he works at one of the main barber stores, and he's like actual barber.
Only a little store, like a little.
I think it was, yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
Small
so he's
world.
different. Yeah,
It is.
but yeah, no, he was
Hey.
talking about it. He was. I was
My
like,
great
fuck.
grandfather used to be a sniper in the army, and like I'd never met him. He died before, but I was around. But my mum used to say they'd like play hide and seek on the farm, and he would sneak up, and like the kids wouldn't even know that he was there. He was just like able to sneak that well. I was like, that's so cool. I wish I hadn't met him. He could have taught me some shit.
Right?
Yeah, that's
Been hide and
insane.
seek champion.
That's insane.
Oh, Jim's.
Jim's
frozen.
always frozen. He's frozen at the moment.
Yeah.
Well, that's like, see, that's like
He's
my
frozen
grandparents,
again.
my other grandparents that I never got to meet. Same kind of deal. Like, well, they weren't necessarily like shooters or anything. They were like medics and stuff. Like, my grandfather was, I think, a cook kind of thing, and then
Oh, there he is.
my grandmother was a nurse medic. So, I mean, but
Yeah,
most
my
people
Crazy.
were in that period. That was the thing back in the time. Like, most people had something related to being in the army. So,
Yeah, my
Like, one
grandfather
of-
was a cook as well. He was my grandmother told me that he was on the AA guns of was it Darwin when it was being
Yep.
bombed by the Japs. So he was there with the the fucking
but my
AA
grandmother
guns.
passed
Yeah,
from
massive.
fucking psychotic issues. I think it was like mental illnesses or some shit. You know, things were different back then.
One of
Yeah,
my mates,
Deterioration age of like fucking dementia and shit
Yeah,
like that
right.
was a lot different. How it was
Yeah,
treated
yeah.
was a lot different to compare to how it's now. You can kind of treat it and
One of my mates, his grandfather, he was a rifleman. He went to, I think it was World War II he was in. And he survived, like, made it through the war without dying, blah, blah, blah. And they were sort of on their way out, and he tripped over a barbed wire fence and shot himself. I was
oh
like, that is like,
Oh,
that's fucked up. Like, you
Jesus.
survive all
Fuck.
that shit, and then you kill yourself.
oh
Like,
fuck.
It's
And
like,
it comes
okay,
again back
it's
around to the gun
yeah.
safety almost. Like it's like that. Like
Yeah,
it's so
that's
easy
right.
for guns to go off. Like it doesn't.
And he, like, they've still got the gun and everything now, so that's just fucked up. That's crazy.
That's
why you don't
insane.
jump barbed wire fence.
Well, yeah, I suppose in the war, John, you probably sort
You're
of
not
got no
expect. Well, that kind of reminded me of
yeah.
fucking watching the episode. Like, actually, that reminded me. Weirdly enough, this is kind of different. But just speaking of barbed wire fences, I watched the new Walker series, and there's like a story arc of stuff going on there. And one of the episodes, this one of the characters is like going through shit, and she's like they're like trying to chase after someone. She's on the fucking quad bike, and she's just racing through, and like you can clearly see where she's racing along. There's a fucking fence coming up, and she just fucking wraps straight through it. There's a barbed wire fence. I'm like, who writes this shit? Like, she fucking rips herself up and it gets tangled up and she's all fucking tangled up in barbed wire. I'm like, well, no shit, you fucking dickhead. You should have seen the fucking
I
fence.
drive to a barbed wire on a fucking bike.
Yeah, I was like, you fucking
I'm
what?
fine.
Like, you fucking idiot. I was like, who? But I was like, who writes this shit? Like, it's fucking the
As
most.
soon as that hits you, that's getting wrapped around. Like,
Yeah,
that's
well, she
gonna go-
rolls up in it. Like, they make it so she's all rolled up in it and tangled up and cut up and it's all
If
caught
it
up in it. I
was
was like, oh.
razor wire, fuck razor wire would fuck you.
Oh, that fucking shit. That's why they don't do it anymore.
Takes off heads.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That shit's
I-
nuts.
It has
Yeah,
recently, someone, I don't know who it was, but their head went.
Also, they
Yeah.
think they try to discontinue razor wire. So
That's like power lines as well. If something's down hanging, that can take you too.
yeah, if you're moving
Even
fast
cars.
enough,
Yeah.
metal wire, yeah, moving at the right speed, it can cut anything.
Like hitting a brick
Yeah.
wall, like.
Yeah, I've been motorbike riding through the bush and that, and there was this old bloke that we had to sort of pass his house, and he hated dirt bike riders, and yeah, he threw wire up across the track one day, and got this bird right across the neck, like she's like hospitalised her and everything, didn't take her head
Yeah.
off, or anything, but yeah, massive cut, looked like she tried hanging
Right.
herself,
Yeah.
Bird
that's-
hanging.
Oh,
yeah, buddy, threw her in hospital and everything, shot how annoying.
That can do serious damage
Yeah.
to your
Oh
vocal-
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That can
Destroy everything.
everything. That can.
Yeah, fucking
Feels
yeah.
good.
She's
That's
lucky
fuck-
she's like fine now, but yeah, fuck the photos like just
swelled
fucking
up and
gross.
red, yeah.
Ah,
Yeah.
Crazy.
No,
Who
it's
would do
fucked.
that? That's just fucking. You
Yeah,
you
some
get charged
people-
for murder for that.
Cranky people
Oh yeah,
out there.
yeah. Manslaughter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck
oh,
yeah.
Definitely murder.
There's some fucked up people out there, that's for sure.
Oh yeah, they
Yeah.
just get over super
You
Karens.
just put spikes on the ground so they can't get there. You don't fucking go putting wire up. Jesus Christ.
Still,
Yeah.
but spikes in the ground is just as
Yeah,
bad.
well,
Yeah.
he-
Someone could be
he-
walking along and step on it.
and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
thumbtacks
you
and everything.
know what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Yes.
But yeah, it's some weird shit. There's some weird
you
people
put a
out there.
cattle grid there. Just make sure they can't get bikes over.
Yeah. Oh, they can
Well,
knock them over, but
The
yeah.
worst bit is it's not his property. So it's
Yeah,
It's outside his
Yeah.
property line. It's just around his.
yeah, it's just bushland. But
But yeah, I was gonna say you put. I was gonna say, Jim, you put those cow grids in, put those gaps so they can't go. But it'd be like the movies. You'll see it that this is flat land out of nowhere. They just massively get air over it. They're just like, nee,
yeah,
and they land. It's like, where the
jump over
fuck?
it,
Where
yeah.
the fuck this jump come from?
Yeah.
I always love that in movies. I always love it where there's like a big gap, and you can clearly see it's a flat surface, but there's a big gap. But somehow they get massive air over it, and they
Like
manage
Fast
to
and
clear it.
Furious 9.
Yeah, they just clear it.
Yeah.
And they clear
They
it.
just somehow went up and around when it was just.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the realism of Fast and Furious franchises just
Yeah,
not
near
quite
to
none.
there.
Within possibility, but not. No one's
Within
that
reason.
lucky that many
Yeah, yeah.
fucking times.
They're
Well,
a
well,
cat. Nine lives.
I heard the debate. Was that the other day that you ever familiar with the movie Point Break?
Oh, yep.
I've never seen
So the very first Fast and Furious movie and Point Break are the exact same story.
Mm-hmm.
So bunch
Yeah.
of like the surfy guys
Blends in with the
replace
crew.
guys with car guys.
it.
Undercover police officer goes in to infiltrate crew.
Becomes
Same
friends.
thing with both movies. Comes friends with the leader of the gang. Both movies. Has a love interest with a member of the gang as well. Torino's sister, and whilst the
Yeah.
other one was with some random. Both exact, and lets the bad guy, the leader of the thing, go
At the
of
end
the movie.
because they become too much friends.
Same,
Yeah.
same because they become best friends. Same
Yeah.
thing with both movies. Just replace, Vin
Surfboards with
Diesel
cars.
with Patrick Swayze or Patrick Swayze with Vin Diesel. Exactly the same movie.
It was
Just-
only say Point Break. I keep thinking, ever fired your gun there, going
Oh yeah, the top, yeah.
I was like, fuck's sake.
Like,
That does
yeah.
happen there, kind of.
Yeah, you don't want to really fire like your gun up in the air because
That bullet's
the
gonna
bullets
come
still
down
have.
at some point.
Yeah, exactly. The bullets still have to come down. There was a
That's what I
documentary.
don't get when people shoot in the air outside. I was like, who's that gonna hit later?
Yeah. There was a documentary I was watching about There's these world famous gun armorers that are up in the mountains between the border of India and Pakistan and Afghanistan, and they're well known to making lots of knockoff AKs, knockoff every single weapon there is, and they apparently supply the Taliban, but they still just sell knockoff weapons, and they have like their testing weapon shooting ranges are just like everywhere and anywhere. So they'll just go out to a ditch, shoot up in the ditch, but then sometimes I'll just go up onto the roof of a building and just shoot up in the air.
Oh,
And then the documentary, they're like, oh, where did the bullets fall? And then the guy was just walking the street and he just sees random bullets in the street. And just, they're falling down from, being shot up in the air.
The
And he's
bullets
just
don't
going,
travel that far. Like, that
yeah,
come down
yeah.
like 100 meters or so. Like,
Well, they're firing like AK rounds, so the rounds are pretty heavy.
yeah,
It's
they
slow.
wouldn't go far.
It's
Like,
pretty
100
big.
meters.
They slow
Yeah,
up
yeah.
and they kind of come back down. They slow
Come
up.
back down, and and they're pretty heavy rounds. So you have these, if you'd be walking down the street and bullets would just be dropping down.
I mean, they wouldn't be enough to hurt. I mean, kill someone.
No,
I
most of the
think.
time with the momentum, because they only travel so far and velocity will
And they
slow
just
up,
drop.
and they just drop
Yeah,
over
they
time,
just
and they don't
drop.
gain any more velocity when they're falling because they're kind of gliding down like they've already
But
made
like,
there.
they don't get hit by like the tink. What the fuck?
Still, well, they've got those heavy turbans on, so it's
Like
Two layers.
everybody,
feel it.
Feel it. You just get a
every
whole fucking
NPC in
thing up there.
fucking Far Cry ever. They're
Yeah.
walking around and all those people are just like, and just trying to shoot.
When they're cheering, they're like, yeah!
Yeah, all those weddings, those like the weddings that you always see with all of them, the AKs shooting up in the air,
Have they got
to
blanks?
celebrate.
They have blanks in them though.
You'd hope so.
The Texans.
That's what country
Well,
it's in.
Apparently, also those weddings, it was ceremonial to use like the flintlock like rifles, the ones where you use like
Oh, yeah.
black powder. Got to put the the muskets. And there was one video I saw where they'll like drive like two cars driving, and one like they were shooting the musket weapons out of the car along with AKs as part of the wedding ceremony. But the problem with that, the gunpowder that they use for the muskets, it's very, very flammable. So
It
you
just
see them.
burns up straight away.
Oh yeah, it's like a flashbang going off.
So if
So
you got
you-
a cannon and you just set the fuse.
Well, yeah, it's the gunpowder. Like if you ever buy one of those mini little cannons, never have the gunpowder, even if the cap's off. If the cap's off, it's
so
worse because
flammable.
so flammable, the spark just goes off. So this
yeah.
video of these cars going by, and they're driving down. They're going, oh yeah, let's celebrate, and they're shooting the muskets out. They must have had the container open in the car
Oh,
because you
fuck.
see them shooting it out. Next minute, you see this flash in the car, and it's just they're like driving, swerving, and go off the road. And you're
Yeah.
like, they must have had the cap open.
They
must have
did.
just had
They
the-
did because they were
Yeah.
loading in the car and they sat it down from what the story was, and
Yeah.
they didn't. Yeah, they didn't like put the cap back on because they loaded it in the car and did everything. So there was powder everywhere
Yeah.
as well because he's
Well,
like driving and loading while they
good
drive. So
idea.
powder got on him as well, and it's just like everywhere. So when it went off, it just went everywhere because there was
Yeah,
just
everywhere,
residue
like
in the
a
car. Because
flashbang.
you gotta remember too, being in a car, it's a confined space, so there was residue in the air, and it was just all floating around. And just because it was such a
Yeah.
confined space, and it just went boof.
It's
It
like
was.
cooking with gas. You don't want to do that either.
Oh yeah, exactly.
If you
Just
Like
turn
when
the
I
gas
was,
on before you turn the flame on, gas is leaking everywhere, and as soon as you light that fucking gas,
That's it.
oh yeah, it's a big flash.
going.
When I was
Just-
a kid, we used to make these little like crackers, and you used to use the end of match heads, and then you grind off the side of a matchbox with a knife in an aluminium foil. You fold it up, you drop a brick on it, and it is so fucking loud. Anyway, one day I was like, I'm gonna mix this up a little bit, so I like got a packet of 200 caps out of like cap guns, and I was poking the
Yeah, yeah.
gunpowder out of the caps. And I had
Yeah,
like
that's
I'd gone
pink
through
though.
like
That's pink powder.
I'd gone through like 80
Yeah,
of them. I had this
Fog.
little pile, and I'm scraping the side of the matchbox off. And I'm in my bedroom. I'm like 13, scratching the side of the matchbox off, and I fucking slipped and smacked the
Oh,
pile
no.
of caps. Fucking shot shit, covered in little burns, shit everywhere.
Fucking hell.
Yeah. We used to do that with
with.
the sparklers.
Yeah,
So you grind up all the sparklers, and we got these like the M&M tubes, the tubes where you have all the M&Ms. So it'd pack that with all the sparkler dust, and then we just make a hole in the top and put a sparkler in, and just light it, and then just go out to the local park at night time and just light it and run for hell, and you see this little spark, and it just goes like
Fucking
fireworks
fireworks,
going off. Yeah, it was awesome. We were like, fuck yeah, let's make more.
So
So
you can make your own homemade fireworks.
Yeah. I'm not recommending it.
We're not encouraging people with how
We're
it's
not
going.
recommending it. This is just stupid things we did as children.
Yeah, that's right. Like,
Yeah,
in
exactly.
in year nine, we had this. We called the teacher in saying whoever can make the fastest rocket car. Anyway, we were doing the same thing and using sparklers. And this kid put it all in this can, and then put a sparkler in it and made a Lego car. And he lit it, and it just sort of did what you said, but it was obviously going that way.
Yeah.
It just that shit everywhere, but didn't move. And I'd grabbed probably, I reckon there would have been 80 sparklers, and I put them into like a round bit like that. Just didn't break them up or anything. Wrapped aluminium foil around it, so it was sort of like a rocket. And then I taped it, put another layer of aluminium foil, and taped it again, and lit it. And it was attached to this little Lego car, and it fucking sent it like it literally took off. And fucking
bullet.
I want to make another one. I'm like, maybe I could put that on TikTok, and I'm like, but I probably can't put it on there showing how I built it.
No, it's just the after effect of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On the put the end result.
Well, that's what I used to do the old
Yeah.
smoke bombs where you used to do you just ground up all the sparkler powder and you chuck up a few chopped bits of ping pong ball and in aluminium
I was
foil.
about to say the same.
Yeah, and then you fucking do the same thing, you
Ping-pong
light it up and just chuck it, and it would like sparkle and go, and next it would just smoke for fucking ages because it would just be the right heat, and it'd make the most fucking whiff of smoke, and you just like, yeah, you can just make smoke bombs. It was so good.
I never made them, but I've seen people make them.
They're pretty good. They're pretty fun.
Yeah, those ninja bombs that were awesome to do. It'd be like just throw them down.
I need to do some
white
more again.
smoke.
I need to make some more stuff. Do some science
Yeah,
experiments.
Light
You
it,
breach
or-
someone's
Yeah.
door. You just knock and
Yeah, breach and clear, throwing some smoke bombs.
oh,
Go in the
So they're gonna
supermarket.
dazzle the door, they
Yeah,
just-
A pack of aluminium foil and like 20 packets of sparklers.
Sparklers and the ping pong balls. Just grind them
I'll
up.
need a lighter, bro.
Yeah. Oh god. Yeah,
No,
we've done
easier.
some
And a
mischievous
cucumber and a
things.
pack of condoms.
Cucumber. I just don't want to know after that point.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
the fuck are you doing?
That's
Yeah,
going
just
up his butt after the excitement. of
double and a
watching the
couple of
stuff.
bags.
Strap the fucking aluminium foil with all sparklers to the cucumber and just fucking condom over the top to hold it all together and just fucking launch it off.
Okay, yeah, that's
There'll be
when
nothing left of that.
I was thinking something else there for a minute. Just
Oh
no.
god.
That would get on the friggin' hub.
Yeah, yeah. Let's start putting all this on Pornhub.
Put it on the hub. Let's go.
Yeah.
The Beardy Bros hub.
Beardy
can't get
Bros.
Got it covered by the back.
I do want to get that shirt because
So
I've
good.
got the Funhouse one.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Funhouse one where it was like the Pornhub setup, and every time you wear that shirt, people are like, "Wait a minute, does that say Pornhub?" And they do the double check.
Yeah.
because it's the same
I had
font.
that. I had that with the same because I did the same thing the other day. I wore it out,
the same-
even though
yeah.
it's longer and it clearly you can tell it's not like it's meant to be that, but it's not.
Yeah,
But it's a
yeah.
lot more. I had so
People
many
do the
people
double
looking at it and double taking, and one dude double taked and cracked up laughing, and I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
"This is hilarious!" Like it was so good.
Yeah, you do it
Right.
purely just for the double take.
It was just so good. I'm like,
fantastic.
yes, check out the Beardy Bros, but not on the
I'll get
hub.
that. I'm gonna wear it every fucking.
Just check us out on YouTube.
everywhere.
It's so good.
Well, yeah, you can't get that Funhouse T-shirt anymore. So it's.
I'll just make my.
Wasn't it?
Well, no. I'm just saying.
But
Definitely
yeah.
recommend
Thank
getting
you,
the new Beardy Bros T-shirt because it's taking it back. It's
just a nice
bringing
little-
back the Pornhub shirt.
And it was kind of like the little reference to us trying to get the fucking Beardy Bros up on Pornhub, which I couldn't do. So this is the closest
yeah.
thing I can do now. It's
Well, besides putting real porn up there.
so stupid trying to like put content up on
The year
there.
2030, Beardy Bros goes porn.
Yeah.
Goes
Well,
R-rated.
What are you
there are
doing?
other websites.
Jim, that's a bit weird. It's only me and you.
You might as
Think of
well
that.
get-
I didn't think of
two
that.
Yeah,
I didn't think of
two
that.
bros, one beard.
You'll be able to have Omegle sessions and you blokes can just bat off all the time with the other wankers around the world. Chuck that on the
Have a wank off.
What the fuck is it? Yeah, boys.
Battle of the Wankers.
I haven't been on Omegle for fucking years, but I
Oh,
can
right.
still
I was
imagine
a
it.
fucking
Oh.
kid, really. Like, teenage.
Well, looking at the stories that people still post up on fucking TikTok and shit, it sounds like it's never changed.
Yeah.
It's
I-
still
I-
the same
I
seedy
don't want to
cesspool.
touch it ever again.
I'm still surprised that you weren't able to get the podcast up on Pornhub.
It's because I got
Because
how it's all set up. It's like you need to be like a model or a partner
that's
program,
stupid.
some shit. They haven't
Well,
updated the new thing.
there was that guy that had a whole bunch of videos up on Pornhub when it was literally like, he was just doing PG rated content.
Yeah. I think once you've already
But yeah,
established you can do what you want, you can post.
Oh, no shit, this is I don't know what I've done, but the Beardy
No.
Bros are on Omegle right now.
oh,
Oh,
nice.
fuck.
I don't know how I've done
Wait,
it.
what?
but it's
Did you
got
type
my
in Beardy
screen.
Bros, did you?
No, so I'm on Omegle and my screen is being shared with some strangers right now.
Oh, God! What up?
They can see all of this.
This is great. People will just be like, what the fuck? We're the Beardy Bros,
What is
welcome.
this?
They just keep disconnecting.
They're like, what the
They're
fuck is this
just
shit? Weird three-way shit.
They're probably thinking I was like a circle
like,
jerk.
oh, that guy fucking looked like he was going to talk to us.
Oh,
He doesn't want to talk.
Dave.
How can I fit you
what
on
was I
the
gonna say now?
screen better?
I had a
That
mind
was, like,
blank.
off there. It's just bam.
Bam!
Oh, I had a mind blank. What was I going to say now? Buy the mug. Buy the mug on the Beardy Bros. Beardy Bros. That's not what I was going to say, but I forgot.
Yeah, by the mug.
I'm still impressed by the quality. Honestly, it's so good.
I actually.
It looks
can you
so
get
good.
that in, I want that in. That one as well.
Oh, that on the mug.
I don't know what you're saying, buddy. I gotta fucking screen capture this shit.
That's fucking hilarious. I'll say some news. I guess.
I'm on Twitch of this now.
Well, I was gonna say some news related to Twitch. Kind of Twitch related. So there was the esports awards show. I don't know if you heard about that. What was going on with that? Basically, esports awards show was happening, and it was being streamed on Twitch. Unfortunately enough, those that are banned on Twitch weren't allowed to be showed on the award show.
Oh,
So,
fair. Actually, that is fair.
so Doctor Disrespect was actually up for an award on the esports
no.
awards, and because he's banned, he wasn't actually allowed to be showed as being a nominee.
Oh, that's stupid.
Yeah, because Twitch
That's-
rules because Twitch ruling, like, so him plus other.
Did he
I don't know what he got in the end, but he basically, he himself has come out and he goes, I don't want any part with any of this shit. Basically, because they sided with, because esports awards show sided with Twitch and allowed it to happen, even though they knew that
Yeah.
he was partnered to be a nominee for an award, they didn't do anything about it.
Is he?
Yeah, he's esports.
I actually put it in that context. Yeah, I don't think it's fair. It's
Like, they should have told him why even nominate him.
They can't
Wait.
just side with Twitch and just go because there's Facebook gaming, there's YouTube gaming.
Exactly.
Why be
Halo.
limited to just Twitch? And it's just
And it's a award show. It's like any
Yeah.
kind of award show being like, or an announcement, because say like, oh no, we have an E3 announcement show and you happen to have Doctor Disrespect that's the host, and that for that segment they can't show it on Twitch basically for that same reason, because he's banned, so he can't
yeah.
show.
I think that's stupid. It's kind of it's.
And there's
it's
been a
like,
lot of
yeah,
stupid
having
things.
Well, like, yeah, a movie award show, they're not just going to go, okay, this one's done by Paramount, this one's done by Sony. Oh, we can't do this one because that person doesn't work for that studio anymore. It doesn't make sense.
It's-
And-
Because
probably happened.
Twitch is very anal with things like that. Because that happened with when another thing with Doctor Disrespect. I can't remember who it was. I think it was Tim the Tap Man. I think it was. He was playing with him on a game, and he had actually mute his stream, so his voice couldn't come through because it would incur him to be banned as well, because he was playing with someone on as being a banned
banned
content creator
Twitch.
couldn't. Yeah, he's banned from Twitch. He's not, his voice or anything related to him to mention him couldn't come through on his stream, because then it was going to
we
occur a
can't
ban on
mention
him.
Can we on there either?
No, we're not supposed to, but because we're so little, it doesn't really matter. But yeah, you're not supposed to mention.
We say, oh yeah, Doctor Disrespect did this. Bam.
Yeah, you basically
Yeah,
can't
you
mention,
do.
or I think you might be able to mention, but you definitely can't have them in it. So you can't show anything related to him. You can't have his voice
That's
come
just
through.
I mean, I get that, but the award part though, bit dog.
It's
It's a bit-
Yeah, that is.
Being an official thing, like that's an official like award show
So he's
basically.
not esports.
That's
He
fair.
is. He does come on esports.
I think that's a bit dog. But that's the thing. Twitch has been always a little bit hypocritical to some extent. It's, they let girls be on there that are basically exploiting people and saying, if I won't start my stream unless I get a
50 subs or
50 subs or something like that. And that's exploitation right there. You're exploiting the viewers. Or, you have...
you're making them feel bad just for watching you. Like,
Yeah, exactly. And yet they let that happen, but yet
Yeah.
they ban Dr. Disrespect for, apparently no reason.
There's plenty of
And I
things. Yeah,
think
well, he's still suing him for it too.
There's a reason.
Well,
He's
there's
suing
probably
them for
reason,
it.
But,
Well, yeah.
Still.
yeah.
Well, the reasons are definitely something that he can sue them for, because he's definitely still suing them, taking them to court for him being permanent banned with whatever reason they've given.
Yeah.
It
So,
must be a good fucking reason because
well, he's
Well,
taking
in
them
a
to court for it for defamation and shit. So,
Yeah, and well, at least I don't know. It's at least hot tub streams aren't a big thing anymore.
They've
no,
died
like,
down.
they're fucking rare now.
Yeah, and I'm so glad of that.
ASMR's
because-
rare now. Like,
Well,
you don't even see that pop up.
that's the other thing too. With another streamer had issues as well. So we had Ludwig who left Twitch as well.
Yeah,
He had to go to YouTube, and he was only up there for like 3 days. He'd been on YouTube.
I think.
2 or 3 days. He was doing a reaction to the top like 50 trending songs or something, like trending videos, something like that on YouTube. And Baby Shark came on, and like the first 2 or 3 seconds of Baby Shark playing, he was banned straight up.
Fuck.
Oh no.
So he was
Fucked
banned
up.
for a couple of days. Yeah. So he is so kind of hilarious being.
But still, you gotta. If you got songs in there, they're gonna get you.
Well, it just shows you the
Yeah.
control that I think it's Pinkfong. It's like basically their copyright holds.
It doesn't happen on Twitch though, because I play music with Rocket League and I don't get.
No, but it's Baby Shark though.
Yeah, but I'm playing like bands and that, and I get, nothing happens. Like big
Yeah, but
bands.
Pinkfong's like pretty hard on their copyright. Like,
Well, it's like Nintendo being hard than their copyright.
even though Pinkfong
You can't
blatantly
even
stole
stream a
other people's
Nintendo game
songs.
without them fucking saying something.
Well, that's like me at the moment. Like, I can't stream from the Xbox itself to Twitch the friggin' Halo Infinite multiplayer beta thing. It's not allowed to be.
Yeah,
It's not allowed to, but I can do it through my PC. It's stupid.
but Nintendo, you can't stream their games. Like,
I-
if they get you, they're gonna.
I mean,
get you
I
and
streamed
warn
Mario a couple of months, like a month ago.
Oh,
I streamed
that's
that
bad.
Mario Odyssey. I was like, yeah, fuck it, let's try the Switch out. Set it up, and I was just running around playing Mario. I'm like, yahoo!
I
doing all
think
the stuff.
They just don't like streamers. Like,
I think it's because
they're
they don't.
promoting your game.
I know
Yeah, it's
weird.
Like, and also gameplay, like on YouTube, they don't like that either. Like you do a let's play.
It's like they're very anal. It's like, well, it's help
trying to
promoting.
strike
It's
it
gonna
out.
help promote your game. Like, what's your problem?
well, even older Nintendo games, they've just gone through and took them all down. Like something from like the mid '90s and of
Unless it's like an official like leak, like release, like promo demo play from like
Yeah,
IGN or
Pokemon's fine.
stuff like that. Yeah.
That's
Oh.
Nintendo.
Well, it's all Game Freaks. A lot of it's still Game Freak
Yeah,
related.
but still, Nintendo.
They're not. It's not
Yeah.
necessarily their like. It's not exactly like it's their brand stuff, but it's not their first party like Mario and like Yoshi, like Princess Peach,
Yeah.
like those branded characters.
Game's
Donkey
a new
Kong.
Kirby game.
Mm.
Apparently,
they
it's getting revealed at the Game Awards. I've got to get a release date, maybe.
Okay.
Game Awards in like 4 days, bro.
I know it's coming up.
Oh, since we're talking about that, what's everyone's game of the year so far? Oh, game of the year now, really.
it's that's a hard one.
Yeah.
It is.
Because-
I've got like 2, I think.
I don't really. I haven't. There wasn't much that I really played that really was like, wow, this year. Like,
Yeah, because you don't
I've played a lot of
Play it.
Fortnite and other stuff.
exactly.
Well,
And older
Play the
games.
big Wow, the big wow.
Yeah. Well, the most impressive game for me this year would be in Battlefield. It's Battlefield was I enjoyed Battlefield.
2042.
Yeah, 2042. I enjoyed that. I played the beta and then jump on the and the most disappointing game would have been COD.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you went in Best and Worst as Battlefield.
Oh yeah, best and worst. No, because was that one of the things I enjoyed doing was using the grapple, like the map with the rocket, and shoot the grappling hook on top of the rocket when it's taking off, and just ride that sucker all the way up. That was fun.
I want to get a wingsuit and do the tornado. That looked fucking dope.
Oh yeah, haven't done that. I will.
Apparently, you can just go straight up and just keep flying around the map with it. Like
Yeah.
that's OP.
Yeah, I should actually jump in the Battlefield, like, instead of just playing all the old games. The irony is, paying thousands of dollars for a PC, but yet playing games that are 8 years old.
Playing games you can play on a
That's my
non-HD
fucking
TV.
life. I was
Yeah,
playing
yeah.
Age of Empires 2 the other day. I'm like, what the
Oh,
fuck am I doing with my life?
No, that's
yeah,
good.
yeah,
That's hard, though.
exactly.
Like,
You
that's
just
good,
like
man.
you look at your list of games, and for me, it's like, oh, I've got 400 games there. Which one shall I play? I'll play something I haven't played in like 10 years, and just
Do you see how big Age of Empires 4 is? 100
Yeah.
gig.
It fucking Tanner tried to play it
100
on his
gig.
computer and it
I'm
wouldn't
not,
play
no,
it.
I'm not going there. That's as bad as COD.
What, Age of
As
Empires
bad as
4? Apparently it's
no,
good.
I'm just saying COD with
Oh.
the massive amount of room that it needs for a
Yeah.
game.
I've got the size of Dying Light 2, at least for PS5. It's only 21 gig.
Jesus.
Oh, that's
Fucking
not bad.
That's pretty
21
damn
gig.
good.
That's about the day one patch. It could be 25 to 30. But still,
Yeah.
for a massive game, did you see the gameplay yesterday, Wookie? Or day
Yeah, I
before?
saw some.
How good.
I was watching that gameplay, and then right afterwards, I watched the trailer for Sons of the Forest.
Oh,
You've
got
seen
that
that one?
here.
And that
Oh.
game looks mint because the first one was fantastic. I just installed that, and I'm just like,
Des,
I want to play that game
Wookie.
now.
Are we doing we doing the forest streams?
Oh,
You get anyone? You
Comes
still
out
on?
May
You still on the
next
Meggle,
year.
Judd?
May
yeah.
20. Hey,
Is Judd still flicking through a Meggle?
we have to
It's-
find Timmy, man.
No,
You gave up on it, didn't hold out.
no, like a few people joined. I didn't see any dicks though.
That's alright.
Then fucking
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
monsters,
Is it
Fuck
good
up,
thing? Like,
Good
who
thing.
has
Just,
who
just,
has
just
Battlefield
post on chat roulette instead.
team, is it?
But I mean, yeah, like Forest May 20th.
I haven't got
PC.
Battlefield yet. I've been
Yeah.
hesitant about it.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
Forest.
Forest.
Sons of the
I'm
Forest.
gonna get back
I've
and play
been
some more
keen for that
GTA.
for ages. Now they finally got a release date. I don't know. The crafting looks the best crafting ever in that game now. Like you can actually split the top of the fences, Daz, and make them pointy.
Hey.
The axe and just
Yep.
dope. You get. I'm keen. I'm gonna scream like a little bitch playing it, but
Be good.
like we had the issues on the first one, Wookie, where out of nowhere, Daz is like, "Fuck! I need help." Got the big spider lady walking down the hill.
Oh, what? Yeah, the footage from Sons of the Forest was sick. It was just seeing those like double-headed like monsters that was
They
like
crawl on the roof.
yeah, crawl on the roof,
Yeah,
and you just see just them
They
like
can
stand
crawl
up,
on the roof.
how high they
fucking
can
dangerous.
stand up, and it was just it was insane.
And then
It's-
little flying babies. Whee!
yeah,
those back.
yeah, and the flying babies. I was just
Mean
like, no,
Spider
no,
lady's back.
yeah.
It's gonna be mental, that game.
Playing that game solo is bad enough.
I hate,
You made it pretty
I hope
good.
The butt crack man's not there. The big fucking Fetty
Oh.
Boom Boom
Oh, they'll
exploded
bring
our
him back.
fucking
They'll bring him
shack.
back, and I reckon they'll bring back some new ones.
No,
they
They'll
don't.
bring in
All
some,
they
bring
showed
in
was
some new ones.
Was
What
actually new.
Oh,
so
my butt. Oh.
What haven't they showed that's new though? Like, damn.
Yeah.
Like
It's
something massive.
the weapon modifications was pretty good for that game. Yeah, it looked pretty sick.
Oh, my
But,
butt.
Dying Light
Oh.
too. Though, the paraglider stuff and that free running looks so seamless now. Like just traversing. Oh, stop
Oh.
kicking the zombies off the building.
Oh, and on a different note, I just posted up in the Beardy Bros and memes in the Discord. If you haven't joined the Discord, please join the Discord.
Oh, my butt.
But
Into the shit.
I posted something in there just for you guys to check out. If you're not familiar with it, is a bit of history, YouTube history. Italian Spider-Man.
Italiano Spider-Man.
Italian Spider-Man. With Spider-Man the movie coming out, I thought I'd bring it back to something classic. And if you haven't seen Italian Spider-Man, I highly recommend it. It's just like an Italian guy in a spider suit who has like a moustache, long hair, and he has spider powers. But most of the time, he just rips out people's throats and snaps their necks and uses guns and his spider powers as well.
Just like Spider-Man.
It's just like Spider-Man, but it is absolutely hilarious. Watch the trailer for it as well. It is there's one scene where it's like he's walking down walking down this hallway, and this guy's like saying something sexist to some woman. He's just like slaps the guy and he goes, "Be respectful to women," and she just goes, "Thank you, Italian Spider-Man," and he slaps her as well, and he goes, "Shut up your face, bitch," and it's like, what the fuck?
Oh my god.
It's it's a classic throwback. So if you be hyped for the new Spider-Man, I recommend watching a bit of Italian Spider-Man to spice up the just the
Life,
excitement.
really.
Oh yeah. Italian Spider-Man's something to be enjoyed. There's classic things on there. I'm literally just taking trips back in time lately, because
What else you gotta watch then? What dude?
what was
You
that?
gotta watch Kung Pao.
Kung Pao. Kung Pao is a classic
I actually
movie.
just bought that again. Like,
Oh
it was on eBay for $11.
yeah, that is a good movie. Actually, there's that. Also one thing just popped up in my head as well for YouTube, old YouTube gold, is if you ever heard of a series that was called Retarded Policeman.
Yeah.
If you, I know. Literally, just type down the words "retarded policeman."
Retarded policeman.
Why'd you put me over? Because I was speeding? You can't finish the last bit of it.
Yeah, exactly. And it is literally played by a gentleman that is actually of a nature. Oh yeah, and this
Nature.
He's got
he
Down
does have
syndrome. You're allowed to say
Down syndrome.
Sure.
Yeah, he does have Down syndrome, and there was a video that did actually justify, like, hey, look, you're exploiting a Down syndrome guy, and he literally does a video saying, "Fuck you, I actually enjoy playing this character."
It makes sense.
Yeah, he's like, "I am the retarded policeman. Fuck you all." So embrace it. But this is like old school. You can't make it nowadays because this is like 13 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Oh,
old.
not that old, really.
It's not that old, but it is old. But think of someone trying to make that nowadays, because instantly that'd be cancelled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you spell
Ray.
How do you still? I'll post it up in the Discord, and
I posted those Spider-Man posters, by the way, up in the news. In
Oh,
the
yeah.
Discord.
See, they all got different face shapes for Spider-Man.
Uh,
I feel like little 1 minute 30 clips in that. Okay.
Yeah. It's very it's very quick bang, like back in the day. But it's a fantastic like little quick series. But it was always there's Jim.
Where'd they keep censoring me, fuckers?
they don't like the ginger.
They keep
Yeah, they
censoring me. What? I don't even know his net connection. It just goes, you can't talk.
Yeah, he can't say anything bad about China. No,
Since I said that, like, what the fuck?
yeah.
I
Oh
said
god.
Trump should have went on a fucking landmine.
Yeah, that's probably the thing that got you there.
Have you noticed Trump's in hiding now? Like he's nowhere.
I think he's gearing up for his like 2024, Well, actually, no, the latest thing that popped up was, the Weinstein, whole sex island thing. So he died, but now they're currently doing a court case with one of his co-conspirators, which I forgot her name. But it was the woman that would actually worked with him to set up a lot of these.
Was it his wife or something? Or the lady was kind of like...
Yeah, something like that. I can't remember exactly, but it was like his wife or his confidant, but she helped arrange a lot of these things. And they got the pilot that flew many of the Lola Express, which was the nickname for it, the Lolita Express, which is a nod back to an old movie called Lolita, which was about a guy that was technically a pedophile. So essentially they got the pilot, and one of the name drops that he said of the people that actually spent time, one of the time that flew on this Lolita Express was Trump. And the Republicans aren't happy about it. So that could be one of the reasons why he's out of the spotlight. But a lot of other names were said, like Kevin Spacey, Bill Clinton. Yeah, the list goes on. And this pilot did say many other people, and it is actually helping out in another case that's happening where a woman actually said,
Trump and Weinstein were very close friends.
Oh yeah. Well, Weinstein was friends with a lot of people. There was like some kind of rich Arab, businessman that actually used to stay with him at his place a lot. But it's not uncommon for rich people to stay at other rich people's houses for some reason. Right now.
I seen a thing that was posted on social media it was Trump and Weinstein with a teenager. I'm like, ooh.
Oh,
Yeah, a lot of questionable because apparently Weinstein dressed up all the girls in airline hostess outfits to make them look older than what they were. And there was this Juddee just like, I'm not being a part of this conversation.
You're gonna get muted like I was now.
So, essentially, it was they did.
We just call him out for it. Fuck him.
Yeah. It's
If you're a
he's gone for it.
If you're a scumbag, fuck.
Yeah. Well, yeah. It's a lot of people like one of the princes from
Prince Andrew.
That's it, Prince Andrew. He was apparently
Lollipop.
on that. Yeah, lollipop.
Yeah.
I thought I thought you were having a cigarette there for a minute. I'm like, oh, I could totally have a cigarette here.
As we went fucking mariachi.
Mariachi. But
Mariachi.
a lot of names popped up that were just like not good. But it does cooperate. Say he denies that any of the girls that seemed younger. But like I said, a lot of them were dressed up in airline hostess outfits to make themselves look older. And he did say, a lot of those girls would give massages and get drinks and do stuff.
Massages.
Yeah, massages.
That's
So
the thing, like air hostesses are usually in 20s or 30s.
oh, you're being stereotypical there. They could be younger. Sorry.
Oh, fuck me.
It could be older. Could be older.
Hey, you don't see an old lady though, do you? Really?
I've seen a few. Not old,
Not like
old.
in their
But,
50s or 60s, like.
well, I'm not going to ask their age next time I go on a flight.
No, like, the ones who
I
don't
can't
do it.
remember. I've been on a plane twice.
No, like they're always like the young ones who just. Not that young,
yeah.
But
Yeah.
not Trump.
You said a lot about
Yeah.
this, John.
Weinstein young. Jesus Christ.
Oh, God. How young? Is
How
it
young,
the Lolita?
young?
How is it the
Fuck, her
Lolita?
name's young. Fuck.
Is it Lolita Express young?
Oh
But
my
yeah,
God.
that's what I was saying. Leading from the Trump thing, his name was dropped recently in that court case as being a participant on the flights. But it wasn't insinuated at all that the pilot knew that any of these girls were underage or anything like that. But it did cooperate. But it did actually cooperate on one of the people that was on the flights was a female that is actually also having her own court case at the moment. I can't remember the names. I'd probably recommend checking it, diving into this. Fact check me. But it actually cooperates about the Prince Andrew stuff, and Dale's promoting merch right now. He's promoting merch. What was that, Dale, that you were showing again about a mug or something? I don't know.
Oh, you mean this wonderful, simple line of the 1 year Beardyversary mug with it's the official merch with
Yeah, fickle man.
Dale and John
Yeah.
looking super handsome.
I just
and
realised, do we really need a second year one? Like every year, do we need one though? Like just 1, 5,
Actually,
10.
have it say second 1 year anniversary edition.
Oh.
And then the next year would be third 1 year anniversary. Second.
It'll be the next year. Be the first year anniversary.
The third first year, the fourth first year.
Just keep going down the rabbit hole.
Nah, fuck that. I mean, it would work, but people wouldn't probably find it as funny as us.
1 year anniversary edition.
No, we don't really need a second, third, fourth. I mean,
The 1 year just kind of makes the whole thing
because
Slack
1 year is the
Division.
big one. Like you make
How
it 1 year.
true is this Slack Division nickname holding up now?
Oh, it could be a lot. We could have made a lot worse and would have still fucking fit.
So beautiful. Such a good job.
Kotick, fucking could have put Kodik's name in there somewhere. Is it Cody got Kotick?
Well,
People
so
say it weird.
so yeah, so do you reckon? Yeah, we'll be definitely good because I guess Grand Theft Auto has been the next biggest shit game besides. I mean, Cyberpunk actually turned out pretty good though.
No, it
So
wasn't because it's a shit game, but that just fit.
it's the one thing we talked about so much, and that box
Yeah.
has always been there behind me in nearly
we
like
mentioned it
every
again.
fucking episode.
It reminds me, that's one thing I need to get is
I
the
do have Cyberpunk
Grand
keys as well.
Grand Theft Auto.
Don't get the trilogy.
What really?
Don't.
I've been
I got-
hearing mixed stuff. There's
I got the trilogy, and
Shit.
I personally I like it. But I don't think too much about it. I just sort of play the game.
Mm.
But
I would
yeah,
just
I mean,
play
it's not
memories.
bad, but it's also not what they said it was.
Yeah.
Well,
it was
it's
the way I look at it, it's pretty pointless to bring it back out. It's like
Hey, when was it
Added
supposed to
fog
come out?
back, so it's not looking so shitty.
What's the
yeah,
Because remember when you go up on top of a mountain and everything's so like pixelated and like blurry?
yeah.
yeah.
Because they removed the fog. I'm like, why would you remove the fog? They've
I know,
updated the
yeah.
textures. They've updated the blurriness, so it's even more blurry. Like,
Oh no. Yeah,
The-
I have
I
been
like
hearing
it.
just play the old one if you don't like it.
But it's
Yeah,
not
play
on
the old
PC
one.
yet, is it? Have they released it
Yeah.
on PC yet?
yeah,
It's back up.
if you bought the definitive edition, you get the free old ones. You get the original ones for free. That's how much they fucked up.
Right.
Yeah.
I brought the definitive edition on the Microsoft Store on
On the Microsoft.
On
What
it.
the fuck?
on PC, but I can't play it. I brought it on PC, like on my PC.
Oh,
So I
you
can
should have
only
bought
play it on my
Rockstar
Xbox.
launcher. That's what they took down and put a
Yeah.
backup
I was
on
like,
the
fuck.
Rockstar. Get
But it's
get a
actually
refund,
been-
bro.
I must say, it's been really good. I've been playing my Xbox on my phone, like doing the buddy.
It is good, but it's not the best.
It is
Like, it
good
still
because
feels old.
it runs on you know how you can like buddy screen
Mobile.
share with your Xbox. Yeah, I've been
They've
playing-
they've
Don't
delayed
that.
the
the
physical
trilogy 'cause
release.
of mobile.
Jim,
Pardon?
they delayed the physical release of that trilogy.
Wait, what's it now? Oh, it's a week later. No,
Yeah, they
2
pushed
weeks.
it back.
Yeah,
And the Nintendo version doesn't come out till next year.
because they fucked up.
Yeah,
They
They
know.
delayed. Yeah, that's weird.
They're too busy focusing on Grand Theft Auto 5 still, on that new enhanced edition for next.
Oh,
gen.
I was actually happy to not hear, they're releasing another version of GTA 5.
No, they are the next gen one.
Oh, fuck.
That's what
Yeah.
they're making instead of GTA 6 and those fucking remasters. Like, they should have been remade for one. And also,
No. Sorry, not
Not with
GTA
5.
5. Not with 5, sorry. I meant like the latest GTA.
6, yeah.
6, yeah, 6. Because,
That's
every
till
year they go,
2023 or 4, I think it's
there's a
coming
new
out.
GTA, and we're releasing it on Xbox. By the way, it's the new GTA 6.
Mm.
Different version of
I
it.
don't get why. Make 6, people eat it up.
They're
Yeah,
slowly
it's
working on it.
all
I think they're still trying to figure out how to transfer over the multiplayer side of things because so much money have banked so much money into that
Fuck
multiplayer.
them. Fuck 'em. Make them
It's,
start from
it's,
scratch.
Just
yeah, but it's
make
a lot
a
of
whole new, just a new GTA, please. Just a new GTA.
well, this
Just give
is taking forever.
Just give us a new map for a bit. Really, like why can't
I
we
think that's
just
why
do
they tried to do in the trilogy to milk us over. They're just like, let's just do something simple and easy. Let's just milk it over, drag it out, give people something to occupy that's still GTA related, and they fucked
Speaking
it
of
up.
DLC, hey, Des, remember the game you absolutely hated, that Re-Reckoning?
Oh yeah, the re-rec.
That's getting a new DLC this month. A 10-year-old game getting new DLC.
The
from
game
new
that I've
developers.
the game that when I played on the 360 that I've heard many times I only played like 20 minutes of, and then when I rebought it for Xbox One, I still only played 20 minutes of it, and I've made no more further progress.
Yeah, it's getting DLC.
That I'll never get to play because I've only played the first 20 minutes
So
of
it's
the
a
game.
different developer. Like they're continuing the game now. Like
Re-reckoning, whatever it is, the fucking
yeah, the Re-Reckoning. Also, people want a sequel now, so I'm like, they might do it.
What? Where did this even come from?
I don't know. It comes out. I've got it here on December 14th. The thing's called Fate Sworn. You had no idea?
No,
DLC, bro, for your favorite game.
for my favorite game.
For your game of the year.
Re game of the year.
Oh, that's really new. Game of the years, fuckers.
I know.
We heard Wookiees.
I don't. I
about
said
that.
I don't even know what
Because
it would
there wasn't
be.
that many. Like, think about it. There wasn't really that many. Like, I can't think of that many games. A lot of it
Worse
just
than me.
molded of last year.
Yeah,
I'm
'cause
thinking
what
of
games-
games from last year, and I'm
You
like,
can
oh
have
no,
that
they
game
came
of
out
the
last.
year next week when I play Farm Simulator 2022.
Actually,
Yeah.
yeah. My name, yeah, it will change next week. It'll be
That's
Farming
yours,
Simulator.
Daddy. You got Farming Sim.
Yeah. No,
Farming Sim.
Mine will probably be Farming Sim next week as well. I'll get that game, and I'll be
I think-
like, yep, just Farming
I
Sim.
think that's
Let me have a look at the nominees. I'm looking at the nominees so I can see what actually came out. So the nominees. So the Game Awards. The Game Award for the Game of the
Mine's
Year.
Returnal or Ratchet and Clank.
Nominees
Can't pick
are
one.
so this is the Game Awards shows nominees for Game of the Year: Resident Evil Village, It Takes Two, Psychonauts 2, Metroid Dread, Deathloop, Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart.
No Returnal though. Like, what the fuck?
I don't.
Yeah, I'm thinking some of these games came out last year, but it is actually this year.
Like, whereas
Resident
Metroid.
Evil
Okay,
was
so
this
like
year,
I go through the
but,
list, and this
Yeah.
is what like you've got Metroid Dread, haven't played it. Monster Hunter Rise, haven't
Metroid
played it.
Dead.
Shin Megami, haven't played it.
Insane.
Mario Party Superstars, haven't played it. Pokemon Snap, I played like 20 minutes of it.
No one wants that.
Super Mario 3D World,
but-
haven't played it. WarioWare, haven't played it. Hot Wheels Unleashed, maybe that could be.
Oh,
Hot
I've
Wheels
had, like,
Unleashed, though,
It's pretty
that
good.
looks sick. That one
Actually,
was
is very good. It actually is really good. So that may be my game of the year. Actually, now I think about it.
Yeah.
Like Guardians, haven't played it. All Star Brawl,
Oh,
I've
fuck.
played a little bit of
Guardians
it.
came out this year, yeah.
That was a
Like-
good game. I smashed that
Okay,
in
City.
a week.
I don't know why is Fortnite on this list. Fuck off. That's an old game.
I'm still
Fortnite
thinking-
could be on every list for
I know.
every game.
New
I'm
chapter.
still thinking Return or Ratchet.
Actually, I think I might
can't
put.
split
I
it.
would have to. I'd say maybe I forgot about Hot Wheels a little bit. Yeah, Hot Wheels has
Yeah,
actually
so
been
it's
pretty
not
good. It's actually pretty
Here's
decent.
I've got it installed. I haven't even continued past the first 5 missions.
Hot Wheels reminds me of Trackmania.
Yes,
Yeah, right.
very
The
much.
trailer
lot
just
nicer.
came out, reminded me of Trackmania.
Very much like
was a
Trackmania.
classic.
Very
Yeah,
much
that was
like
a
it.
classic game.
So good.
It's pretty good. Like I like the attention to detail they've done as well. So, or the smallest bit of attention to detail I like that they've done is when you start the game, like you start a race, should I say, your car that you start with is clean, and it's like actually having Hot Wheels because the wheels don't turn, the wheels are straight. So when you're kind of
No,
turning,
they do.
no, they don't. They like locked wheels. They're tight
I
wheels.
thought
They
you
don't.
meant, like spin turning.
Yeah, they spin. They don't actually like turn when you're
No,
steering.
your car just goes.
Yeah, your car like tilts like you would if you would like play it with the if you're like when
Oh,
you
yeah,
play
yeah,
with cars.
yeah,
So when you
yeah.
lean
Yeah,
it and that's how it
it's not
turns, like that's
just
how it
floating.
leans to turn. It like tilts with it. But at the end of every race, if you of course come in the top 3, you can see the cars. The cars actually have the like the scratches you would if you've ever had your cars and they're worn over time. They get dirty, scratched, and like they have that detail. Like there's like fingerprints on the cars. There's like the scratches, the dents. Like they actually have that detail. Like a kid's playing with it, like has played with it. And I'm like, that's so cool that they've actually thought about like attention to detail, like a kid. Like it's the thought of like this is what a kid's done and had. It's a kid actually technically playing it on a track, and it's the imagination kind of side of things. It's not just like this real. Because even the map you look at, it's kind of like a play mat. It looks like kind of like a play mat that a kid's playing on. Like that's the mat you kind of work around. If you remember the old like city mat that we all had as a kid, we used to
Yeah, the
drag.
big
Yeah,
fucking
like the
heavy
actual mat.
fucking-
Yeah, the big
Yeah,
green
yeah,
mat with
yeah.
all the cities.
Yeah.
But like the mat is kind of like that when you zoom out and you're looking at the map itself. It looks like a mat almost, and it's like this is the
Right.
place where you go to do your races on. It's like
It is confusing though.
Yeah,
There's a
it's
lot
weird.
Of, like dots everywhere.
oh,
You
there's
go.
a
It's
shit
like,
ton.
What order do I do it in?
Yeah, you can do whatever you want. That's the thing. There's no order. You do any race you want. Yeah, he's got the
That
car.
It's cool to use. You can't even.
Is it like with free roam or is it just
Yeah,
racing?
This is racing.
No, it's
just all races. You gotta
boss
pick the
races,
track and do the
time
race.
Trials, time
This-
attacks.
It would be nice if you could race around, but you can do your own kind of like
You
build
can
your own
create
tracks and then
matches
actually
with
just
you and
drive
your
around the
mates.
map itself. Like the amount of times I've launched off the map and just gone fuck it. Like I've been in an online race and I've come off the track. I'm like, oh fucking, I just raced around the fucking room.
You can
Like,
actually
whatever,
go
these
into
guys are
some
still
secret
racing.
Areas.
Yeah, there's actually areas you
Like-
actually got to go find secret stuff.
There's
So
I
you're
wouldn't say
technically
there's
cool.
prizes, but there's things you can collect right in hidden spots.
That's like
Crazy.
Horizon 5, you can create tracks and shit on that, can't you?
Yeah, I've seen some weird shit
I
like
haven't
that.
played it yet, but yeah, I've seen some
Do you
people
reckon I get
creating
Hot
them
Wheels
drift
again, like 4?
tracks. I don't
Oh,
think so.
the
I don't
DLC.
reckon at all.
Now we've
Yeah.
actually got a Hot Wheels game. You
Because
don't know.
this is taken off, so do you reckon they'll get like this Hot Wheels kind of stuff with
Like Rocket League and
Forza
stuff
5?
again.
I don't reckon they
Cars in
will.
Rocket
They've
League.
never repeated themselves
Mm.
before Forza, so don't know.
Oh, but I do recommend spend an extra bit, get your cars.
Hot Wheels.
Because it is a limited, you can only get it with the game, so get a limited card.
Hot Wheels.
It's actually metal. Mario's got a Hot Wheel.
Hot Wheels.
Hot House.
Wait, that's the same cars. That's like, what the fuck?
Mario Hot Wheels.
Hot Wheels.
You just got multiple of the same.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do have to say, as an adult, that's actually a smart thing because when you're a kid, you
Hot
wish you
Wheels.
had more of them. Because if you didn't have more of them, you know, when you're an adult, you would have regretted going, "Oh man, I
Yeah.
wish I had more of them."
Oh,
So
yeah.
I could just because you know the price of toys that you played with when you're a kid were like, oh yeah, it was $20. But then you know when you're older, you're just like, holy shit, I had that. Now it's worth like $5,000.
Yeah, remember when they took down the Mario games?
Oh,
Jeez.
nice.
I got the second one just in case.
Oh
Just
Jesus.
in case.
Yeah.
I got the original Tarzo set that you used to get from the chip packets and shit
Oh, the
like
little-
Oh, I remember those
Yeah.
ones. Yeah.
and holographic ones or whatever they're called.
Yeah,
How
you know.
many
yeah.
chips do you reckon we ate in our childhoods just to get them Tarzos?
Those,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
a lot, too many.
I used to eat fucking
Jesus.
cereal just to get fucking Age of
These are
Empires
actually
and
the
shit.
new movie
Oh,
ones. Are
right.
actually the most
Yeah.
easiest to come
Didn't-
across.
Didn't 2 come in like a Nutrigrain thing? Like you get
Yeah.
Empires 2.
No, yeah, Age of Empires 2, I was about to say that.
But
And
yeah.
the irony was that when Age of Empires was released this year, they released a special edition cereal for Age of Empires.
Fuck yeah.
And as usual, they only released it to like, you know, certain people they could get it. Well, no,
Oh.
not countries, but you know, like reviewers and content creators
Yeah,
that they sent them out
content creators
to.
and stuff.
So you know, it was, but also like I've got the Bethesda released the Elder Scrolls hot sauce.
Yeah, you showed us
Um,
that.
yeah, I
week.
managed to get that as well, but that was just like a rare occurrence. I was able to get that, but I was
Did you
trying to get.
have you tried it, or you just
I
kind of
haven't.
see it?
I'm tempted just to leave it sitting, but at the same time, I like hot sauce, so I want to try it with something like, you know, just get some cook up some wings.
I
and
commonly,
just-
I was gonna say, I commonly buy when I get these. I always buy 3.
It's Hot Wheels Day on the Beardy podcast. Jesus.
These are all
A lot of Hot
Batmobiles.
Wheels.
Honestly, this
That's
whole
only Hot Wheel
box,
I've got.
this whole box, is Batmobiles.
Oh Jesus.
All Batmobiles.
I used to have tons of them. I'd got rid of them.
Like the
Now I
man.
know. Now I know where all your money goes, Dale. It's in Hot Wheels.
Hot Wheels are cheap though. They're like $5.
Scooby Doo
Oh
Batmobile.
yeah. Holy shit.
Uh,
But just saying that, all of that would be definitely collector's items.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
100%.
Any,
And by having
like, if you had the
multiples.
old 2000s Hot Wheels, fuck.
Oh,
man,
yeah.
people be after
Yeah.
them.
Well, I remember when I was a kid, I had the proper Optimus Prime metal. The metal Optimus Prime, like Transformer. So none of it was plastic. It was all pure metal, like, except the trailer. And I checked it up. Like, if I still had it mint condition in the box and all that, it would be about $7-8 grand.
Jesus.
Ooh.
Yeah.
You wouldn't sell it though, like that'd be
No,
crazy.
well, I would sell it. Be like, I had it, I sold it. But you know, it's a lot of things. Like
Yeah,
there
but
was,
you could just wait
Gold.
another 10 years, probably
Yeah.
10 grand.
well, I wish I had like Magic the Gathering first edition cards. That would have been awesome. There's one
Was that
Black
back
Lotus.
in what 2008, 2009? Was
Yeah, oh, earlier than that.
That, I mean,
it was,
I got it then. It was a niche thing even then. Like,
yeah, it was a niche thing back then. There was a lot of card
'cause I
games.
remember walking to
were.
a shop, people were disgusted that I was buying them.
Oh yeah, you if you got Magic the Gathering first edition cards, they were so rare. Some of them, like a single card, is going for a couple $1,000s each.
Mm,
But
crazy.
the most expensive one was like, I think it was the Black Lotus, and it cost no points to use it. It was like the most OP card, and it allowed you
the
to
green one.
No, I can't remember what it was. Yeah,
Oh.
but essentially the card itself was OP to use and have. But the point of it was also very rare, and I think it was like $200,000.
Oh,
card.
just for a bit of
Yeah.
cardboard.
Yeah, just for that card. And it was like the Black Lotus, and there was like
Seen one of them, though.
I even saw like some guy's Lamborghini on like just a photo on Reddit. Of it just said, Black Lotus, and you totally go, he sold his car to get that car
I
because
reckon.
essentially, just and those like
Fuck.
having stuff like that when you're a kid, and you wish you had now, and you look at the prices. Like as I said, my Optimus Prime medal. I wish I still had.
We
that.
had the best childhood. If we kept all of our stuff,
That's why I got one
yeah.
of these in the box.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I got one that
Yeah,
I
and-
opened. I got one in the box.
In about 20, 30 years, I'll be like,
that reminds me. I had small soldiers like that, and I'm sad that they just vanished.
Skeletor.
Like I've still got me fucking
Skeletor.
PlayStation 1, 2, Super Nintendo, 64.
yeah.
Fucking I got all the like booster packs.
Does anyone like
fucking things that go
Skeletor?
around the bottom of the controllers.
Jesus.
Does
Is
you
that
like
the one that you
Skeletor?
keep breaking? Is that one
So
of them?
you get enough Skeletors there?
Do you like
Are they all the same
Skeletor?
one? Oh my fucking god!
On that note, have you watched the new season of Masters? Masters.
You can
Universe?
you
Apparently,
can buy one of these for $100.
he's not joking, and
How much
he,
are
do-
they?
and he needs more money so he can buy more Skeletors.
I love
But
Hey, Dad, you know you could just use them in your freaking skits as well and have like many Skeletors. at
Many
once.
Skeletors.
yeah, but he doesn't
Many
want to take them out of the box.
If I
Out of the
buy
pack.
more, I mean, I got these pretty cheap, so I'm just like, yeah.
yeah.
Right? That's like that thing I
But
saw.
like,
Remember?
I collect
had
so
the
much
Gears of
random
War stuff.
shit.
They were so cheap.
Like I've got like old VHSs of collectible shit.
VHSs, on the other hand, though, they are actually getting pretty.
Like I got like Ghostbusters
Yeah,
2
but
on
now you can
VHS
use them.
with the it was from Turangan Video.
Rungan. What the fuck is
I got
that?
Slugger on VHS.
Yeah.
And Rugrats in Paris on the fucking orange fucking VHS.
Oh,
This is true.
this.
I don't fucking collect. That's the main. Being a collector is just so much random shit you collect.
I collected Fallout stuff for a while, and I kind of went a little bit overboard
You'll
with
be
that.
impressed with this.
Batman.
Oh,
Ooh.
Batman. Okay, that one.
Is that
would
Batman
be-
Robin?
No, the original
That's a
Batman.
Nicholson. Ooh.
Yeah. VHS. That one's gold.
I don't remember back in the day.
Digimon. Oh gosh.
Digimon.
I remember I snuck.
Well, Digimon's actually coming back because a lot of the if you ever had the original Digimons, like the original Digimons, the very first collection.
Yeah.
I thought this
like
is,
the actual-
first movie of it.
No, it wasn't Was it Digimon?
Tamagotchis or Digimon?
Tamagotchis. Sorry,
Yeah,
Tamagotchis.
Yeah, they float me now. Like
Yeah. So
they
if
aren't
you
as good as they were.
well, I've heard that the Tamagotchis, the first edition ones, if you've still got them and they still work, apparently they're going for a few $1,000s at the moment.
Yeah.
So they've become quite collectible.
I've still got one of them ones where you used to scan the barcode and then you could like fight your mates' monsters and shit. I can't remember.
Oh,
what
that
it's
was
called,
was cool.
Evil Dead.
3,000. Fuck me.
What was that? I'm trying to remember what was actually one of the biggest things besides NFTs at the moment. NFTs were a
I
big
just
thing.
something
but
about
then-
holding a cassette tape and just I don't know what it is about this. It's just so
Holding it.
satisfying.
It's fucking weird.
It's so
I've done that
satisfying.
in.
Oh,
They're
was
a lot
about to say-
smaller than I remember.
I'm surprised you don't have some beta tapes there.
no.
These are so pristine. Like, look, that's
Men in
not even,
Black.
like, been used.
But one of the biggest things, if
Dude!
you've heard
Oh my
lately,
god! I just realised. Look at it. It's still in its fucking wrapper.
oh Jesus,
I've never actually opened this. I got all these from an op shop and I paid like really cheap for these. This is still in its fucking wrapper.
This has Kmart on it from back then. What
It's
the
weirdly enough, this VHS has the wrapper on it. It's actually advertising it on DVD.
oh
This is
Jesus.
2001.
They're like,
Joel,
don't buy.
you're sitting on a landmine with that Digimon.
Pardon?
So you're sitting on a fucking gold mine, I should say, with that Digimon.
I was 9 when I got this.
Yeah.
$17.95. You can buy it on eBay.
Oof.
Oh.
Full $9 and $8 postage.
Are we start doing price matching?
I remember, like, I was a kid and I found this by accident. This is like a Christmas present, and I was like, oh, what?
I
I watched it early.
Yeah, I got so much random fucking collectible shit. Like, I fucking collect
That's the song that was in there.
Alright, Men in Black VHS, $22.75.
Yeah, I paid like maybe $5
Oh,
if
about
that.
$23. The most I'm seeing here is combo. It's Men in Black 1 and 2,
Holy
sorry.
fuck. Dale, that fucking Batman you have is $400 in the condition that yours is in. Holy
Wait,
fuck, there's
which Batman? The Batman,
the 1989 Batman.
The
Holy
Batman
fuck,
VHS.
The budget of
and
$5
mint
million.
condition one. A mint condition one's on here for $760.
I wanna watch this so bad.
Where's my other VHS gone? I had a,
I wanna watch
Oh,
Digimon the movie.
Then there's other ones that are like cheap as fuck. And then there's
Yeah, I got the
$100
I
ones.
got Adam West Batman on VHS.
Adam West.
actually, no, I found here 1989 VHS. If you take it to an actual proper, like, what was
1988.
that? No. If you get it, not like a grader, and get it in a plastic and in a case, it is going for 800 US.
Yeah.
Roughly 1,300 here, maybe 12.
Yeah. It's pretty much about that. much.
I know these Skeletors go for about
Sorry,
50 bucks.
1,200. 1,200.
I've got
So-
these things here as well. The Secret
Yeah.
Wars toys with comic books. They go for about $100 something online.
Memes. There it is.
Yeah.
Sealed
How do we- how
VHS,
do we get to this?
1989.
I
1,200.
don't
Sealed.
know, yeah.
Just talking about collectibles.
This is why the episodes go for 3 hours.
Yeah.
Juddee.
Yeah,
Actually, there's
yeah,
another
yeah.
one here. Sealed.
So those that
15.
are those that are listening to the audio, we've started grading fucking collectibles here. If you haven't caught on, future Juddee, when you're listening to this, just remember we're grading.
Alright, so rare first print VHS. This is going to be first print factory sealed. Is about $1,000 Australian.
What's that for?
The Batman 1989 VHS.
Yeah, it should have the year on it. This was 2001. This was...
But yeah, you need to get it graded. So a lot of these things will go up in price, double, triple, whatever, as long as you get it graded. It's like cards, for example. As long as you spend the extra little bit of cash and you know what you've got, you send it off to get it graded. They'll put it in a proper casing, and
Give you
grade
good or
it.
bad news.
Exactly, they'll give you good or bad news, but either way, it's kind of worth it because you know what you've got officially, and then they'll tell you as well, and that means it's forever that. And plus, they'll put it in a seal in a case and keep it mint condition forever, whatever they grade.
On DVD.
So that's the good thing about getting things graded. So there's no it's good to go, hey, look what I've got in the collection. Oh, this is worth this amount. This is worth that. Not until you officially know from a graded system. That's when they can actually seal it in time, put it in the case, put a grade on it, and that means you know how much you've got. So you can officially walk into any collector's store and say, this is it. Because you could walk to a place and they might undersell you. Or they might oversell you, but not until you officially know that you've got that grading system. Because
I just found a Digimon I found a Digimon little fucking Digivice.
Oh, did you?
$300. Thank you very much.
You know,
How
we should
long
do
have we been
a
recording for
podcast.
that?
Like, we should do a podcast and just get some cash up between us. Get like $200 between us, like each, and go on to Wish, or or Twitch, and just buy random shit from Wish. Because I was checking Wish the other day, and you can get full suits for $50, and then it doesn't matter. You can just get it tailored. Ooh, that is Charizard. Nice, hollow.
I can't read it though. What is it though?
It's the M
that
Charizard
first
EX.
edition?
It's a couple $100, I think. Yeah.
Well, that's
You
the
can
thing.
get
It might go up in price as long as you get it graded.
You can get the whole 40 discs of Digimon on here. Everything from
Pokemon
season
cards.
1 to season 5.
Yeah.
40
Hidden.
damn discs.
In a Marvel
Jeez.
Avengers folder.
I've got all the Yu-Gi-Oh cards. They're probably
Remember-
worth nothing.
I was trying to get Exodia for so long.
I've got the fucking the 5 pieces of whatever it is. I can't remember what.
Oh, I
fucking-
Exodia.
Yeah.
You got to get his legs, his arms, his head, and his body, I think.
Yeah, I had the whole fucking. Oh, I still got the whole lot.
If you can get him out, you just won. If you can get him all out, you
So-
fucking...
So,
I can't. It's not honest, me.
yeah. Well,
It's
was
shit.
that?
My mum was like, "I'm putting this aside."
Oh wait.
She
It's
wouldn't let
probably
me
a hot
smoke.
take,
Shit,
but I think Digimon's
holy
better
shit,
than
I just
Pokemon.
realised. I didn't even think of this. Here's another different folder. I've got another one. I've got
Another
two of them.
Charizard. Oh, nice.
I still say
realised.
Digimon's better than Pokemon.
So if you
just-
grabbed a whole bunch of stuff,
Ooh.
Dale, and get it all graded, you could easily have, like, just in a couple of items, a couple of $1,000 each. In theory.
Oh, that's right. This was my other folder that I was getting all the hollows for.
Ooh.
Yeah, I had one for all the standards and another one I was doing all the hollows. I was trying to get. So I had standards in there to hold them for now, but then when I got the hollows to replace them, I replaced them with hollows. Got Mewtwo.
Maybe Hi-Fi's got Digi.
Yeah, we have GB. Oh, yeah. We have
We've got the
GB
whole
Hi-Fi.
collection.
I was about to say we have JB Hi-Fi at work.
We have JB Hi-Fi. How do you use Big W have JB Hi-Fi?
JB Huffer.
Well, I forgot what I had.
Alright, boys and girls, I might make a quick dart because I've got to fucking wake up and go get my child tomorrow.
Oof.
Yeah. I
That?
think we will start.
Nice one.
Nice podcast. Fucking
Well,
leave
thanks
you
for
with
coming
it.
by,
Nice one,
stop
didn't
by. We'll see you next time.
Yeah.
Yes.
Say hi to your mother for us.
I'll try.
40 discs of Digimon.
Yeah, we've gone. We're at like nearly 2.5 hours, nearly.
40 discs of Digimon, $179.
That's not bad. That's actually not bad.
The whole collection, bro.
I know what's the time.
Yeah,
It's
it's
nearly
movie, then
12.
the
Jesus
shows.
Christ. He was gonna go play
Yo.
games, and he got caught up with us.
Right?
Oh
happened?
man,
He doesn't believe the episodes can go that long.
it can. It just happens.
Especially when you talk about stuff like this that just carries on for like an hour
Well, actually, coming back to the GTA thing.
or half an hour.
Come back
So
to the trilogy.
the trilogy. Yeah, just keep playing them.
Just play him on that.
You need to get the PS2, the OGs, bro. Get the PS2. They ran better than the Xbox One, to be fair.
I have no idea where my Pikachu folders are gone. It's gotten lost somewhere in my room, or somewhere. I put it somewhere in my Pikachu folder. All my Pikachu cards.
Were there Digimon cards? No. Yeah?
Yeah,
No.
there was.
I love Digimon.
Digimon, digital monsters.
Digimon Fuck. Evil. Quaggamon. Digimon. No, I'm thinking Pokemon just there. What the fuck?
No, that's it.
Was Digimon I know Gabumon, that blue thing, wasn't it? That cool looking tiger thing. Gabumon. Quaggamon. Mega Garurumon. The big fucking Wargreymon. It's sick. I love my Digimon, bro. I like it more than Pokemon. There's so much more depth of Digimon, I think. There's a lot of shit in there.
Okay, I did not realise that. She's fucking short.
What?
Indy, she's fucking short. She's, cause I commented on a photo of her. She was standing against these friends of hers. They're like 6 foot something, and she's like, "Here's me, 5'3" in my heels," and I was just like, "Wait, you're 5'3"?
In heels?
Yeah, and I'm like, she's like, "Yeah, she's like 5'3", and I'm just like,
Did you see her though in person?
"No, I've never met her in person."
Oh,
But I'm like, I didn't realize. I'm like, "Wow, you are short." She's like, "Yeah, 5'3", and I'm like, "I'd tower over you."
5'3". I mean, yes and no. Because Nick was. I just added your name. Sorry if you watch this. She's like 5'2", 5'3". She's up about to here, ish.
That's pretty short if she's up to there.
I don't know. It's 5 something.
How? Because how tall are you?
almost 6 foot.
Yeah, you're like me.
5'10", 5'11".
Yeah, that's me as well.
Yeah, like 5'2" or 3", not that short. Like it's
Oh,
chest
it
area.
adds up. That's still pretty short compared to us.
Oh fuck yeah!
Like, you don't realize like
we're
how
above
tall you
average.
actually are. Yeah, because I never really noticed that. Like, I thought, oh yeah, it's my height. I'm
You
normal.
don't
I'm
realize, like,
normal.
You're
But
thinking, you know how
oh, he froze again. Brrr. He's like brrr. Wait for it to disconnect and then reconnect again. He had this whole thing and he was just about to talk. It's like when like to be continued. It's just like he was on a suspenseful moment. Oh god, it's really frozen. I laugh if he's still going. If he's still talking. He doesn't realise it's just gonna just go on this whole thing, and it cuts back in and he finishes his sentence. Oh, what was that? He messaged. Oh, it's loading. He sent me a message. Booting back up. I think his computer crashed. Oh god. Are you muted? I can't hear you.
Hear me?
Yeah, there we go.
It's my headphones.
Oh,
I
no.
need a new set of headphones to get. Yet every 6 months, I think I got to swap out my headphones for
That's
some reason.
bad.
That's bad. I don't know. It's just either the headphones are shit or I just keep doing something to them. But all
I
I
feel
do
like
is
nothing
just
has the quality anymore. There's no quality.
no, exactly. There's no quality in things anymore. It's like things were built to just last for 10
Yeah.
years or more.
It's like all these Xbox controllers now. Like they only last for so long. Yet you have the old stuff, and they like still hold up, even though like you'd have a lot of damage to them and shit. They still do shit.
Yeah, all you do is just get it repaired.
Yeah. All right, he's back. He's back. He's out of focus.
back.
You were saying,
The
Jim?
whole
You were
PC
saying?
booted up and restarted.
We lost you there. We lost you talking about height, and then you just cut out.
Yeah, what I was saying. Remember how Brad Pitt looked like he's huge?
Yeah.
He's our size.
Yeah.
Like movies, man.
Oh,
They got,
it's.
they got that perspective. Like they can be crazy.
But that's what I mean. Like that's what I was gonna say. That I'm not used to being like realizing that we're in the taller demographic. They were close to being 6 foot. Like they were actually taller.
Yeah.
Like I mean, I
The
got
average
people
is 5'8", I think, for average.
5'7", 5'8",
Hmm.
which is weird that we're just a little bit above average. I mean, most people I know are that tall, but like there's a lot of people that
The
are like
difference
that.
between average and above average is a little bit.
But it's just so strange.
It does. Also, I found that while I was looking.
Hey, Small
Hey.
Soldiers.
That's a classic
And-
film.
And throwback.
The Wiggles, the real Wiggles.
Young Wiggles.
When they just had the basic coloured
Oh my God.
the jump sweaters or whatever, the jumpers, sweaters.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
All they did was they went down to their local Kmart and just bought some sweaters. That's all they did.
And now they're like a weird Guernsey sash.
Yeah, they have that jersey.
Yeah. More branding.
They're not
It's
the
weird.
Wiggles anymore.
They're the Figgles.
Figgles. Yeah.
But you know what is branding? The Beardy Bros mug.
Yeah. It looks better now. What the fuck did you do to your camera?
Where do you get that from?
Redbubble.
Is there a link?
So
Is there a
Redbubble.
link?
We'll
Is
put
there gonna be a
we'll
link in
we'll
the-
put a link
link on
up
the bottom?
somewhere. We'll put a link and maybe there'll be a link inside the cup. Who knows?
I'm thinking about getting one, like everyone else should think about getting one.
If you join the
But-
Discord, there's a link in the Discord for sure.
Oh yeah,
Re-round.
there's a link, and apparently there's a hat, a T-shirt as
Yeah,
well. and-
yeah. So redbubble.com to look up
Hoodies.
Pickletube TV. Otherwise, look up the Beardy Bros.
So,
Beardy Bros
you know,
podcast. Either or, we'll link you to some of the stuff. Which then, if you follow down the rabbit hole, we'll link you back to the main page either way, and you can
Yeah,
find plenty of merch there.
Is
like the
that a
shirt.
Beardy Bros sex toy? Oh, sorry, wrong side.
Too far down.
Too far down.
That's a different link.
That was like a TikTok I watched the other day where this dude took a dildo
32
into
minutes.
32 minutes. Wow. This dude took he was in a Coles and he had bought a dildo from a sex shop, and he's pretending to try to scan it in, and he's having trouble scanning it. And the lady, the cashier came over to help him, and her herself was confused and scared. And he's like, he even asked her, goes, "Do you guys even sell this?" And she's like trying to scan it and flip it, and it's not working. She's like, "Oh, let me go get the manager."
Oh.
And like she didn't even think double check, like, hey, maybe we shouldn't be,
They don't
this
sell
isn't
that?
solid here. But hey, if you
Well,
go,
who knows?
if you go to your local Cotton On, you can now buy vibrators.
Oh yes, I've heard about that as well.
I mean, it makes sense. It's cotton on.
But it's like,
No, it doesn't make sense. It's Cotton On.
No,
I
but,
don't know why they would sell vibrators at
I
Cotton On.
mean, isn't the
They're a clothes shop.
majority demographic is women who shop there?
yeah, but why are they selling vibrators at a
Yeah.
clothes store?
Yeah, well, shouldn't they just sell vibrators at, I don't know, a sex
They're
store?
probably getting a complimentary vibrator to buy a sweater. I don't fucking.
But then if they're doing that, what about the guys that shop there as well? I don't know.
Well, some guys might be into that.
Otherwise, where's the little
Who
flashlight?
doesn't own a vibrator? Seriously.
I don't know. I made the joke about that on.
Yeah, I'm not going to go there.
I made that joke. I made that joke
I-
on someone's
I look
TikTok as
into
well
the
when they posted
corner
it.
where my vibrator is now.
You mean that little thing you were flinging around the other potty? You had
No,
under the-
no, that was like a budget
A light.
flash. That was a flashlight.
Flashlight from Wish.
Flashlight.
Yeah, no, a flashlight from Wish is a rubber glove turned inside out over a toilet tube. With some,
Oh.
with some
I still
Vaseline
remember the
to
time buying one from Wish because it was meant to be a joke for a friend for his birthday, and it came like a couple of months late, and I was like, "Oh, that's what I'd ordered," and I was like, "What the fuck?" It was only like $4. It was a joke, so I was like, "It's nothing. It's $4 or $5."
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just a cheap gag, and I remember getting it like way late, and I was like, "What the fuck is this?" Oh, it's that, and I just threw it out. I was like, "Oh, well, fuck it. I don't need it, and there's no point giving this person a gift. I don't."
The person who went through your trash.
Yeah.
It's like, what's this shit?
Oh god.
Oh man.
I like.
Well,
it's-
I do have to say the prices on some of the items on Wish are actually pretty impressive.
Yeah, but
But
the items are
depending
bad
on-
quality.
Yeah, well. Yeah.
Well, I mean, after not that long after buying those said kind of items for a gag, my fucking gag turned on me, and my Wish account got hacked, and then I had $300 stolen from me.
Ooh.
Karma, I guess.
Yeah, that's Wish for you.
So
It's,
bad. They bought a bunch of refurbished phones and a fucking another sex toy.
Oh,
Irony in that death.
oh.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck? They bought like three. It was like 3 or 4 refurbished phones, a sex toy, and there was something else as well. And I'm like, what the fuck is this shit?
300? It
Yeah.
must have been very shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like 3 or 4 phones alone for 300.
I think it was somewhere. It was like then they changed my account over, and it was like when I logged back in to
Must be
try and get
little
it back,
documents.
it was like Brazilian or something. It was like the account had been changed over, and then they like all had been
Yeah.
refunded, and it was all Wish cash,
How
and there's
long
like
ago was like how would they hack that though?
that's
Well,
why
isn't Wish like a Chinese side anyway? So it's, it's.
if you're
one
gonna
of
do
those
it through like PayPal or something to save half
Yeah.
your time, because it was fucking pain in the ass going through the bank and trying to. Well, not really pain. It's just annoying that I had to do that, but they helped me.
things. Yeah.
The bank stopped it and rada, and yeah.
One of the
Well,
best
that-
movies
come on,
ever.
baby.
That's why I was gonna suggest doing like getting like $200 together and just buying a whole bunch of crap from Wish.
Yeah.
Mm.
And do
But,
like
But then now after that story, I'm like, I'll just
Yeah.
put it on my PayPal. It might just help out a bit there.
Yeah.
Just do it that way. It'll probably be easier. Just do it
how
through
would you
PayPal.
get what you like? You have to set a budget on an item not over what 20.
There's so
30
much
bucks
random
an
shit you can
item,
buy.
so
Like
you-
I bought a pack
Yeah,
of fake
yeah.
like EXs and
'cause I got
GX
a
Pokemon
laser
cards.
light for like two.
And they look pretty legit, like some of these EXs and GXs. You could almost fake anyone with them.
Yeah, I was just gonna buy a bunch of like shit, like like you can literally buy a whole suit for $50.
Oh, yeah, there's a
And I
lot of
was
things
like,
you can buy.
fuck yeah, and if it's you buy the thing you do is just get the bigger size, and when it gets to you, because all the sizes are out, you just get a tailor to yeah, exactly, just to bring it in for you or bring it
Or
out.
someone
whatever.
you know who can do it.
Yeah, it's either one. And then but these days, what you just go to the shops and buy a suit for $200, or sometimes if they're on special for $100. But some of the suits on there actually look not bad. So but there was other pieces of clothes like hoodies and stuff like that.
Is there a Grinch outfit on there I can?
You can
rock
probably
that?
get a Grinch outfit. Yeah.
I want it for the damn streams.
It's yeah,
I'm not
Grinch
even
outfit.
kidding. I want to be the
Oh,
Grinch.
Well, that's the thing. You can just go to a $2 shop. A lot of $2 shops have.
No, I already found one. I'll show you Daz. It's fucking amazing. That Grinch outfit, isn't it? Like for like 100 and something bucks.
What is that, Dale? Is that the fake money? The fake
That's the-
cash?
That's the money for Wish. Yeah, this thing was $2 off
It's Wish. It's legit Wish cash.
Really?
It's money I bought off
I
Wish.
can't even see the green light. I can't see
Oh yeah,
that.
I can see it. I can see it.
Wait,
It's-
I've got a better idea.
so if I took that over to America, I'd get arrested.
Pretty much.
Yeah, because it's not. You can tell just by looking at it. It's because I've seen real money
Fuck.
from there, and it
Yeah.
does not look like legit.
Can you see the actual beam? Because you can see
Or
the
for-
beam in
Or for
person.
one, you've got the blue streak, which gives it away. That's the first thing. But yeah, if you fold it, there's the blue mark, which is across it. That gives it away.
Yeah, that blue fucking.
Yeah, that's not the currency.
But yeah, for $2, it fucking works.
Yeah, not
Hey,
bad.
here's a tip. Here's a
Yeah,
tip.
you just give it you keep it for homeless people. No, actually, that's a terrible thing to do.
I mean, you're in the if you're overseas in America, you're quickly like, here's
$2.
your chip. Or if you were being in this country, you just have fake money. Like, here you go. They wouldn't even think double. Take the change, keep the change. You just fucking bounce. Kind of
Yeah.
crooked, but it's just like, boom, here you go. And it's like, oh yep. Like, how are they
It
gonna
is.
know?
I use it
But-
for the cat.
I wouldn't be
I was
surprised
about
if
to
people
say
do
you just keep it for that. I was insinuating, which is a bit bad thing. This
For the strippers?
No, well, actually, that's actually probably a better idea. Because it's dark, and they can't, and they already earn way too much. Oh snap!
Just fucking, just slip it in.
Yeah, just slip it in, make it look like it's they can't tell the difference until later
I
on.
forgot to draw on this one.
I think that's the only point of getting that type of money, anyway. Is just doing the
Yeah.
graffiti stuff.
Forgot I drew that. That's actually pretty cool.
Well, I think people just get that to use for prop money anyway. So
Yeah.
for movies, rather than use the real thing. You know, just using a fake item on a movie set would probably be more profitable.
I should have segued to this ages ago. We're talking about Batman.
But
There's some Danny DeVito news that he wants to play Penguin again with Tim Burton.
oh, Tim
That
Burton.
sounded weird the way I said that. He wants to play Penguin
Yeah.
with Tim Burton.
Yeah, you said Ping Burton. I thought you said Ping Burton.
No, he wants to play Penguin with Tim Burton. Yeah, he legit wants to do it again.
What's the deal with all this, like, bringing back the old stuff again?
better.
It's good. It's like, it's good.
It's also Danny
But at
DeVito,
the same
like,
time, it's after Danny DeVito did Always Sunny in Philadelphia, you think that his character's just going to be like pretty much the character he plays out of Always Sunny in Philadelphia, except he's got
like Phil.
except
Phil
he's got a
Speedy.
top hat and he's just doing penguin sounds occasionally, and you're like crazy.
I just
so-
who was the Batman? Was it Keaton?
Yeah.
yeah, that was the key. Yeah.
Do you reckon he can fit in the bat suit again?
Well,
Still.
they were going to bring him back for the Flash movies.
do you reckon they can get DeVito and get Keaton back and get like a sequel to that other Batman, maybe like a direct sequel?
Don't know. Yeah, they are actually going to bring Keaton back for the Flash movies. I think he did the voice for that. If you watch the latest trailer, he actually does a bit of the
But
voice
also
act.
George Clooney, bring him back.
Yeah,
He was a good Batman. Like, he played a
yeah,
good
the
Bruce.
nipples Batman. The nipples Batman.
Yeah, I actually. What's that recently? Even Robin's got nipples on his suit.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I didn't know that the lady she had. I think even she had nipples on her suit.
They all had nipples, I think it was.
No, I don't think she did actually.
I don't know why they
I
need.
think
I still don't know.
she didn't.
I
but
still
the
don't know
other two
why
did.
they needed nipples on the suit.
I don't know. Room. Like, I don't fucking.
It's Hollywood. They do a lot of stupid things. But mainly because they are
Because
just.
not the damn steelbook, but that movie in 4K looks fucking like it was shot today. That Batman Robin with Schwarzenegger and that. Oh.
That's bringing it back. Bringing it back. Old school stuff.
That's the 90s.
Yeah, that was the 90s. Maybe, well, maybe the 90s and the new, 80s again.
Hmm.
So yeah, who knows?
The 90s, because
It's
we were talking about that stuff before, and I got the dads about that robotic dinosaur cartoon that I used to watch. He's like, yeah,
robotic dinosaurs. I remember
Dino
Dino Rider.
Riders.
Yeah, I was gonna say Dino Riders.
So you would have got it. Like we were searching
Yeah.
for ages trying to think of the show.
That was
I
Oh
would
funny.
yeah,
type in something, and it's like just popped up.
That was
yeah, I
funny.
remember Dino Riders. Dino Riders was
How
sick.
good was that?
It was like all those cartoons back in the day. It was Dino Riders, Biker Mice from Mars. What else? There was oh God.
Ninja Turtles.
Well, yeah, Ninja Turtles. Ninja Turtles, huge one.
No, that was a lot because we'd scroll through lists of. And then we finally got Dino Riders.
Yeah, there was also Transformers, GI Joe, and then there was the rip off. I wouldn't say it was a rip off of Transformers, but it
What
was
that Beast one, wasn't it? That
no, it was like, well, there was Mask as well. Mask. Remember how like all or the heroes and the villains, they would have masks and their cars would transform, and don't remember that cartoon series, Mask? That was a big one back then.
Let me have a
More, it was more, wasn't it like anime style, like
It's
the early
pictures
anime?
that
Wasn't Mask like early,
pictures
early
that-
anime style, like the old school, like?
No, it
Like
was the same anime style as like Dino Riders.
90s cartoon.
It was like M dot
Oh, it's
A
80s
dot,
actually.
like it was Mask,
Yeah,
but like
yeah,
each,
it
yeah,
was
yeah.
dot, yeah, in between all of it.
MASK.
Yeah,
1985. It's a French animated TV series. It's fucking
French. Who
Yeah.
knew?
7.2 out of 10.
But yeah, Mask was big.
seasons.
Really? There was only 2 seasons? It seemed like
Yeah.
there was more than that. Oh
Only
god.
2 seasons, bro.
Oh god, I love that series.
There were 75 episodes over 2 seasons.
Oh, okay, that's why it seemed like there was a lot.
Auto racing instead of
Um,
crime fighting.
Well, I loved Biker Mice
Lasted
from
10
Mars.
episodes. Wait, what?
Season
Yep.
1 had 65, and season 2 had 10.
Yeah.
Only
Mars.
10 episodes in the It must have went bad.
A lot of shows got canned after a while.
Well, yeah, it always correlates. They make one season and see how the sales of the toys go, and then they make another season and then they bring in new stuff that increase sales. And if it doesn't go as well as the first season, they just can it. That's normally how it goes.
I popped in Mask.
all
and it
the
comes with
hype.
Animated Mask.
Oh yeah, and all the hype runs out of it, and then they just go, well, there's no point because no one's buying the rest. Like, unless they did the big thing back in the 80s where they just made a movie. G.I. Joe did it. G.I. Joe made a movie, and they killed off a whole bunch of characters, and then brought in some new ones. The most famous one was Transformers. And there was actually, I watched a documentary on that.
New
Transformers
Transformers
movie?
coming too, by the way.
Is
Looks
it really?
Mm-hmm.
Do
Yeah.
we need another
Let's continue
Transformers?
on.
It actually looks cool because we've got actually the original Optimus Prime.
Isn't
Truck.
it
Oh, okay. Well, if it's original Optimus,
Isn't it got Mark Wahlberg and that's still like? Isn't it from that or?
No,
the
it's
other
it's set early. I think it was
oh, so they
continued
did
on.
so they're doing the Bumblebee type one because the
from what
Bumblebee
it was. What was it?
movie was was a prequel.
one?
Trying to remember where's the thing.
But that is why I'm a pop culture expert. No, I just know.
What are they calling it?
Would you know there was the Mask figures?
The 80s cartoon we were referring to, or the
1997
the with Jim
movie
Carrey
figures.
mask.
Yeah,
Yeah. They brought out some stuff for that.
there's actually
Because there was also the
Cyborg figures.
Really?
Sergeant Mask.
there was the cartoon series that was released
So
after,
this is
and also they made some very bad movies like The Son of the Mask.
yeah. We don't think about
Okay, so it's Transformers: Rise of the Beast.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
that. It's doing a Beast War thing, isn't it?
And so it's the
Oh,
seventh
yeah,
movie.
I remember that trailer.
And it says a reboot along with the Bumblebee film. It serves as a sequel to the 80s set Bumblebee, which rebooted the franchise after the director Michael Bay ruined. Yeah. Right, I read this article.
Remember when Remember he's in that tuxedo, like the mask, and he's jumping around. There's that as a toy with Milo in the mask.
Oh god. Oh,
It's
the
called
dog. The dog. Yeah.
belly busting mask with exploding action and masked Milo.
Mm.
Then there's Wild Wolf mask where he's
Oh yeah, I remember that one. Yeah, that was
Sergeant mask.
classic.
That's not in the movie. Cyborg mask with triple missile firing arm.
No, Sergeant
Wait,
Mask
Ninja
what?
was
mask.
most likely in the cartoon series. Because cartoon series is very like
Oh.
outlandish, very much
And
like
heads up mask. Stanley turns into the mask.
Interesting. So we've still got Peter Cullen, of course, being Optimus Prime, but
Yeah.
Optimus Primal is being voiced by
couldn't
Ron
change him.
Perlman.
Who?
Ron Perlman.
Yeah, Ron Perlman's doing Optimus Primal.
Okay, that's interesting.
That's kind of the same kind of voice, really, when you think about
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
They,
Apparently,
you
that's what the
couldn't have
cast-
the same voice for the two different things. That would just be weird.
Yeah.
Because it's not the same character, is it?
Oh yeah.
No, not really. No.
Well, Ron Perlman does have that very unique voice that is
Yeah.
like just you can tell it's Ron Perlman.
I reckon it would have changed it a bit for that, though. It wouldn't just be his normal voice. It would probably a filter over it or something to make it robotic.
Robotic, yeah.
Yeah. Oh no, you can still keep it as his voice. His voice is very sometimes
Peter
it's quite
Cullen has his normal voice, doesn't he?
yeah. It's a very unique voice, and you don't want to do anything with it. It's like, for example, Orson Welles when he did Unicron in the original Transformers. They didn't do anything to that voice, and it was his voice. You didn't want to change it. You knew it was Orson Welles' voice, not Orson
That's
Welles.
like what's his name? Megatron. That was the other old guy.
Hugo
That was his
Weaving.
normal voice too.
Yeah. Well,
No,
for example,
the original one.
Oh,
well,
yeah.
if you're thinking of iconic voices in animation, I think Mark Hamill's Joker and also,
Peter Cullen.
Pinnacle, and
Optimus Prime.
Optimus Prime and Batman, the Batman animated series.
Who did that?
Oh God, I know the voice off by heart, and I know the character's name. But
You can't forget the.
I know his face.
You can't forget the guy who did Goku either, because he did that for a long time.
Mm.
Yeah. Well,
He's still doing Goku now, like for the new stuff. I didn't realize he was so young when he did Goku.
Kevin Conroy.
Oh, Conroy, yeah, boy.
Conroy. Yeah, his voice iconic, and same with Mark Hamill as the Joker, and they were the most I think is iconic voice actors for animated series. Animated back in those days, but especially with the Joker. Mark Hamill's Joker was just stand out. And the way he did it was, I can't think of any other Joker, animated Joker voice. Same with Kevin Conroy.
Yeah, because Mark Hamill did the one for the games too, didn't he? The Arkham game.
Yeah, he did the Arkham games as well. I'm pretty sure Kevin Conroy also, they brought him back as well to do Batman. He made an appearance in the Flash as well. I think it was the Flash. You know how they did that crossover thing.
I haven't seen Flash.
The series, and actually brought back Kevin Conroy to make an appearance in the multiverse at one of the episodes as Batman, and he does the whole
Arrow.
I feel it was like Arrow Flash multiverse kind of special.
Yeah, because Arrow and Flash did a multiverse thing as well.
Yeah,
and
it was
then
one of
Arrow
those
ended.
episodes. Yeah, Arrow ended because it was just time to move on.
Yeah, because they did 9 seasons, I think, of that. So definitely time to go.
Oh yeah. It's after a while you kind of run out of ideas.
Also, I think Supernatural's come back for a 16th season.
No, Supernatural's done.
No, I think it's coming back.
It's
with
coming.
Dean and Sam.
A
Really?
little reunion kind of thing, are they?
No, another season.
No, because it's done. They died.
Wait, did they?
Dude, didn't you watch the last episode of Supernatural?
I haven't seen past season 10.
Oh, yeah, no, it's done. It's done, dude. They've finished Supernatural. They're dead.
What the fuck was I reading then?
I don't know what the hell you're talking about. I was like, I am on point of all this, and nah, they're dead. The last episode is Sam and Dean meeting each other in heaven. And meeting everyone else up there as well that's ever died. And it's the last episode. They defeat God, and yeah, spoiler alert, they defeat God. and they end up in heaven. And
Yeah,
you know,
this
Yeah, there
is
was a
31st of
post.
October.
Yeah,
It seems that the 16th season will soon be confirmed.
really.
Yeah.
Or they can go back. They can go back. I'm not gonna doubt it. It's supernatural. Who knows? But considering they're both doing their own thing now, Sam and Dean. Well, the like character. What is his name?
Jason
Yeah.
Padalecki is doing Walker
uh,
now.
J- Well, yeah, he's doing Walker,
Fucking
and
Padalecki.
Ackles is doing the boys.
yeah,
And
he's doing
then
the
what's his
boys. He's playing Soldier Boy.
Atkins? Yeah, he's doing that. Yeah,
Yeah, he's playing Soldier Boy.
But I mean,
She's been shown off.
they
Jared Padalecki.
said it's always open to come back, so it could come
Oh,
back.
it is. It is.
Well-
Supernatural's kind of like one of those open
Well,
series
I'll
where
say-
they can do a special.
Padalecki like runs fucking Walker. He's like the producer and shit.
Yeah,
with
So
his
I
wife.
have no idea if it will come. I mean, I
And he
think it
loves.
will.
He's like really in depth in doing Walker, and he's putting like all his focus into Walker at the moment.
Yeah.
He like
Well-
posts all about that all the time. Like he pushes all that energy onto Walker.
Well, one of the things that has been popped up for Supernatural, there's always rumors of a spin-off. So that
Which
could
would be one of them.
Well, I
too.
think there's
Would
an
be one of
animated
them.
series. I think there's looking at doing an animated series. I was reading from one article.
No, that was already a thing.
That was already a thing. They did do a crossover with Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, I remember there was
When
like an
it-
episode or something, but they might be
Yeah,
doing
there
a
was. They
series
did
or
a
something.
crossover episode of Scooby-Doo, which was fantastic.
I remember seeing that.
The
because-
animated thing though.
Well, it was kind of the very hinted at, like, where Dean was like, "Oh man, I so want Velma."
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it wasn't Velma. It was, I think it was Velma. I don't know which one.
What was it,
Yeah,
Daphne?
It was Daphne. It was Daphne. Yeah, because he had a massive crush on Daphne. Who didn't?
I remember watching that. Was awkward, that fucking episode.
It was, but it was just like he
Didn't believe it, but he's like, "Fuck yeah!"
Yeah. At the same time, he's probably insinuating back in his mind. He's like, "Oh man, I could totally get it with these two girls."
Didn't they have the original like Scooby Gang voices too? Like Fred and that, like they were the real.
I think they probably did. I'm not familiar with like all those intimate
I can't
details of
remember
the
if
episode,
Shaggy
but
was old mate or not though. Because Shaggy did have that voice.
could have.
It could have been them. I'm not sure. Like even Scooby sounded like fucking Scoob. That was awkward though. Like I was watching it, just like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, it was one of those out of left field episodes.
It's
Much
late in the seasons too. Like it just come out of nowhere.
Yeah, and it was a good change. It was a good change. It was like, because occasionally they do episodes where they kind of mix it up. They
Wasn't there
did
a
one
singing
where
one as well that came out of nowhere.
I can't remember if
Because
they
every
did.
season, every show's got to have a singing episode.
Well, that's a Josh Whedon joke. Because Josh Whedon always has a singing episode at least somewhere in his series. He did it for Buffy. I think he did it for.
that. Oh,
I
Angel
think
did,
no, did Angel? I think Angel did
with
it
Lorne
as
in there,
well.
because he
Yeah.
was the singing demon. So
Yeah. So
I
yeah,
love them shows.
he does a singing thing. He's well known, but yeah, no, I'm not
That should come back.
surprised.
Like just continue Angel. Like
No, that's also a rumor that's popped up as well.
no, fuck.
I saw that in the last couple of weeks. Angel is rumored to have to come back, or at least do a. No, it was a spin-off.
I'd have
spin-off
David
of Angel.
Boreanaz if it came
Oh,
back.
okay.
Well,
so
he's doing other stuff. He's done a few things after
He's doing
that.
that
He
Silver
did.
Team right now. Like he's loving that. Like,
Oh yeah, that was
there's like
that's a fantastic series.
5 or 6 seasons so far.
And
of
he
it,
was
like,
doing Bones as well, and then that finished up, and
Mm.
it's yeah.
Okay.
Funnily
My Angel again, like
Yeah.
easy.
I'll say, coming back to that situation earlier we mentioned earlier at the start of the podcast. So it was Raven
What was that
Software that laid off the QA department.
Oh, Raven.
Oh,
Yeah, so Raven Software, one of the primary developer studios behind the Call of Duty series, has laid off a number of people from its QA department. Developers say.
well, they weren't really doing their job, were they?
Mm.
Seriously, if your job is to find bugs in the game and the game gets released with crap loads of bugs, I would say you'd kind of point the finger to the people that were supposed to be doing their job.
Mm.
It's kind of like, selling something that's fireproof and then selling it and then finding it's not fireproof. You kind of go off and blame the people whose job is to make it fireproof. Just saying. Just saying. But it's sad that people lose their jobs.
Oh,
But
yeah.
if
If you're
but
not testing the games properly,
but exactly,
shouldn't
if
be
you're
there.
not doing the job in the first place, like
Okay,
I
so
understand if it's one of the facts. Sorry, if
Uh-huh.
it's one of the facts, I'm just saying. Dale was just talking. I was just randomly.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm just saying, if it's the facts of if it becomes down to company politics where if they're only allowed to lodge a certain number of bugs, because if they lodge too many, someone's bonus is in jeopardy, all that kind of bullshit. Because some companies do that kind of thing.
You do.
If do, kind of like, oh, if you find many two faults, someone's gonna lose their bonus, and someone's gonna look bad. So you're not allowed to do this, even though it's your job to do this.
So I was gonna say there were contractors that worked for the company Tapfin, but they're going to be partnering up with a company called Volt. So some of those existing contractors are now Volt employees, while the other ones that have been fired were Tapfin. So it's kind of weird
I'm
crossover.
getting rabbit
They gained $1.50 raise, bring it to an $18.50 per hour wage.
That's not bad for that US, right? Because
Yeah.
minimum wage is
So
only
it's not a lot of people having their contracts
12 or
end
16 or 13 or something.
January 28th, and they give the option for some people to leave, and some people had chose to leave.
So they didn't just boot them, really.
It was a weird contract thing with the last.
So, what a broke contract.
Still, if it wasn't all that work politics, like I was explaining, if someone's bonus is in jeopardy by lodging too many bugs, to put pressure on, basically you get paid to do a job, and if that job fails and the game comes out with all these bugs, and it was your job to find the bugs, well, tough titties. It's of course someone's going to look somewhere else.
Oh, wow.
And go to another company.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of shady shit going on here because it says here, a QA team does incredible work. This is from one of the one of the other
incredible work.
employees. A QA team does incredible work. This will not increase their workload, but crush morale. One Raven employee said on Twitter. In a separate tweet, they said that layoffs occurred today after people were promised for months that Activision was working towards a pay restructure to increase their wages. This is sickening, another employee posted to Twitter. I've watched my colleagues one by one say they're being let go after being promised that things would be better. The devs being fired are star workers and amazing people. Let go just to save a couple of bucks on everyone else's promotion. Instead, they said, referencing the ongoing issues surrounding Activision CEO Bob Kotick, who was recently reported had known for years, as well as neglected all that sexual conduct.
Yeah.
Yes, it's all about money.
Yeah.
So the members of Raven's QA department affected by today's layoffs had recently moved to Madison, Winston for their positions. One employee says some people had paid for the move out of their own pocket. According to employees, are further reported. We're all reeling from this. One employee said, "Lots of tears, lots of people terrified for their future. A lot of amazing, highly competent testers getting laid off after years of crunching, after crunching, after crunch. I'm furious as I'm shattered."
Yeah. Well, when someone says highly competent testers, but yet the game still comes out as a flaming pile of shit.
And it's not just this recent. All their games the last few years have been
Yeah,
buggy.
exactly, buggy. And if it's sometimes the same bugs, then you kind of go, oh, no, it's...
Look at you, Bethesda, as well.
Well, that's the thing. When it doesn't just come down to... Well, okay, realistically, it doesn't always come down to the QA testers. It comes to...
the developers, too.
The developers. But then also sometimes...
Mainly them, because they make the bugs.
Yeah. But sometimes the blame isn't always at the bottom. Like, it's not always at the bottom. It's always up most of the time.
So the QA probably didn't experience the bugs. Like, maybe they didn't get the bugs. They just bypassed the bugs. And,
you get shown little bits. But I'm just saying, sometimes, in some cases, the problem isn't always at the bottom. Most of the time, it's always at the top. Where someone just goes...
fault, really.
Well, yeah, I wouldn't say it's developers' fault. Sometimes it may just be, the guys in charge of developers who are like, I've got a deadline. I need to
Look
get
at
this
Cyberpunk.
done.
They rush that out. Like the higher ups, like put it out, put it out.
Well, yeah,
Exactly.
it's sometimes when they kind of rush like that, and especially with Call of Duty. Call of Duty is always going to release a game out each year,
Yeah.
and each year,
It was delayed last year, wasn't it? A little bit.
yeah, by a little bit, but still, it came out pretty much that last year. It
Yeah,
was
my Vanguard's fine.
each
I
year.
had no bugs, and I finished the campaign and played multiplayer, and nothing happened.
Yeah,
So-
but it's probably from the game. It's still
Yeah.
all they're doing it. But the irony, like a lot of people always joke, Call of Duty is just a cut and paste.
Mm.
But it's not. They don't get it.
Well, no, the joke is it's cut and
Yeah.
paste because how can you release the same game each year without cutting and pasting? How it's
Cut
that's
and paste fucking FIFA.
well, yeah, that's literally cut
My
and paste.
God, that
You
is
just
literally the same thing. Just
They just
chuck a few other players in. That's
yeah,
it.
yeah, throw in some new players, throw in some more loot boxes. I mean,
It's only
surprise
every
surprise
console
mechanics.
Gen, the game gets better.
Yeah. No, it's there's some games are literally cut and paste. We know this. They admit it. So I don't know. It's who knows. The gaming industry is fucking. It's I wouldn't say it's in shambles. I don't want to blame COVID.
We just don't call out the bullshit like we should.
Well, there's
People
that.
still buy COD. That still sells millions.
I still
Don't
think
buy
that
COD. Buy the
if-
Beardy Bros mug. Available on redbubble.com.
I still think that game companies still need to put some time and effort into it and make sure that their
Yeah,
shit
just look
is
at-
actually good before releasing
Just
it.
look at the PlayStation games. They're fucking flawless.
Yeah, yeah.
Like they take the time. Like Spider-Man, God of War, Last of Us, flawless.
Yeah.
No bugs you can.
But then
that
also
I've
you
ever
go down
seen.
to who's making those games.
Mm.
If a company is consistent in releasing stuff with bugs, yet another company has the same time frame, same amount of developers, etc., but yet they release a game that's AAA as well, and has hardly any bugs, and the game is polished, beautiful, all that kind of stuff. You put it down to I think you might just say, or maybe it's the company's fault, not the developers, or maybe it is developers' fault. Who knows?
I mean, it's mainly the higher ups because developers want to do the best they can.
Yeah, you
So
can't.
if they're getting told to push it out, they can't. They have to
They
rush
can't.
it.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
and then patch it later, which kind of
I-
fucks us over because
yeah.
they're like, this game sucks. Give it a
Yeah.
low score. People won't buy it. Then they're like, well, the game didn't sell.
Yeah. Well, you
Blame
get
them
indie.
fuckers up there.
Well, you get indie developers who are just like take time, patience into making it. They don't have
Because
time.
They don't announce
they
their
don't-
game for
yeah.
years. Like,
Yeah, not just that. They don't have someone breathing down their neck saying, "I need this out by now." They take their time. So sometimes you get two types of indie games with they take their time. Fans understand, and it does get released, and it is absolutely
if indies
fantastic.
have
game.
bugs, we don't mind because it's only 1 to 20, 30 people teams. Like,
Yeah.
bugs will happen.
Yeah. Well, for example, we were talking about it before. The island.
Forest.
No, sorry, the forest. Don't mind me. It's after midnight.
It's not lost.
Yeah, the island. Wait, what?
The island. Yeah, that's sorry. The forest. Like that game is fantastic,
That's a
but
small team, I think, too.
it is one. Yeah, it's a small team, and the game wasn't released in one go. It was released over several patches.
That
and-
game's old. Like
over
when
time.
you think of it. That
Yeah,
game
yeah.
is
When you think of it, it's old.
2014 or something. Like, fuck.
Yeah. So, and it's 2020. It took them a good 5 years to make, and then they only finished it technically last year,
Although it's not really bugs.
if not the year
it's-
before.
It's more limitations that they had, not necessarily bugs.
Well, yeah. But the game did finish up, like, essentially the storyline mode it's
Yeah.
done. The game is done, and they're working on the next one. And the
Which
good
looks
thing is,
amazing.
which looks amazing, which is the good thing is because they had the groundwork of the previous game, all they had to do was, I wouldn't say the word cut and paste, but essentially
Oh,
because
that's
the
not cut
groundwork.
and paste. Fucking
It's
hell,
not cut and
that's-
paste. They were able to still have,
They're not
you
better
know-
engine for a start.
well, yeah, better engine, but they still had a lot of the assets. Let's use that word, assets. So
They've
like
upscaled the assets to like
yeah,
high
yeah,
quality,
to
like
high
more
quality.
density in the forest.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly. So they actually had something to work off and go, all
Mm.
right, it's going to be this, but we can make it
because
look
don't
better.
forget, they would have released the first one, would have already planned the second one. They would have been doing patches and the game at the same time, like doing 2 and 2.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
For the
So
last what
it's
6 or so years, they would have probably had the
yeah,
second one in development at
yeah.
least.
And they wouldn't have had someone breathing down their neck saying, "Oh,
No.
I need it out next year. I need it out next
Are
year."
they
Done this.
self-published? I think they are too.
I think they are self-published. And then, like another example is Among Us as well. Like the game didn't get popular until it was actually finished. And then even then, when it got popular, they went, "Well, let's just make a few more maps
Yeah,
and,
that
add
took
some
off,
more
like,
mechanics." And the game was technically free on mobile. It just
Yeah.
had an ad on it. And then as well, like they only put microtransactions in there for cosmetic stuff because
Yeah.
it was just for the sake of it. They because they were already offering the game free on mobile, and I played it on mobile plenty of times. It was fantastic.
It's
So
best played there, isn't it? Really, like on mobile compared to.
well, it was handy to have it play on mobile. I preferred to play it on PC, but I played it on mobile to troll people because I'd have my character and the mobile character. So I'll jump in and it'd be like my mobile character would be the one doing the killing. Well, I'd be like, no, I'm innocent, I swear. And I'd be like, no, Fingo was with me at the time. I don't know. So you can totally create an alibi
You
for
just
whoever's
fuck
the
with it.
killer. Oh yeah, you can totally fuck with them. It was fantastic. It was great, and you just do them as the same name. Or the big troll was
That
like
was a thing. They
Yeah.
they made custom games where everyone's the same color with no name.
No. The thing was you'd choose a character like Red, but your name was Yellow. And
Oh, yeah,
then
'cause-
yeah. So they'll be
think I've
like,
seen
it was yellow, and they're like, all right, yellow. And then by the time it all clicked, everyone just killed the wrong one, and you're like, fuck yes, I've done it.
It'll happen all the time. Like no
Yeah.
one thought about it.
Well, yeah, no one thought about it. It would be like, yep, kill yellow, and then they'd take a double tech, and it'd be like, wait, you mean yellow the name or yellow the color? And then by the time it's too
And
late,
their
they're
brains
already
just like,
yeah,
what?
they're like, oh shit, and then be so many times you'd be like,
Right.
big brain gaming. It would be awesome.
that game was so fun.
Oh, it was so
But
fun.
also, it got boring quick.
Yeah, it did. I think it was just one of those. It's good to go back to if you
I didn't mean to yawn.
Yeah. I think that's probably my cue. Because it's like what 3 hours, 4. I don't know.
4:30?
I
4.
was doing the same to
Yeah.
Daz another podcast. I kept yawning. He's like,
Yeah.
"Fucking hell."
And I won't be available next week because I have Christmas on, like the usual Christmas shenanigans.
Christmas on?
Christmas shenanigans, and then the week after it will actually be Christmas.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
actually, no. I'll actually be free the weekend after that. So the 18th, 19th, I'll be free because it will just be before I go on my Christmas holidays.
Yep.
So
You gonna get a Grinch outfit?
Grinch outfit? No,
The
I've
Grinches.
got to go to I got to go to my folks' place and dig out the old Santa suit.
Cool.
So I got to go find the old Santa suit I've got somewhere.
Fanny suit. That's
So yeah, I'm
I'm
gonna have
put a cushion and get a red.
yeah,
account.
I'll be going to several parties and have people sit in my lap. See what happens.
Oh, you fucking Harvey.
I've watched it. No.
That's not the thing you want, though. But
No.
That's not the place you want to be for that.
No, I'll be going to
You want to go down the road.
Come to
go
Yeah.
down the road. No, I'll be going to a strip club. No, in a Santa suit.
Do it.
I'll
See
come-
who takes
do
the
it.
Come
bait.
sit on your lap.
No, that'll be next weekend. I'll
See who takes it. It's like just walk in there.
no.
Just start flipping the fucking
I'll be going up on the stripper pole and dancing around,
Oh.
getting that
Make some
drunk.
extra bucks.
snaps them.
Make some extra money.
While
That's-
they're on your. While
Santa
they're on your
Santa
lap.
needs to pay his elves.
Oh, so you just got a bit of crack showing for him.
Yeah, yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I think
It's-
they'll do wrap up the episode.
Mrs. Claus left Mr. Claus
Claus
a while ago. Yeah, Mrs. Claus
Because of the
left
pole
me
dancing.
because of the pole dancing. She couldn't take it anymore. Plus, she was sleeping around with a few of the elves behind my back.
I was about to say Rudolph.
Oh no,
Wow.
because that's like on the edge of Mr. Hands. If you guys are familiar with that story.
Maybe.
You're not familiar with Mr. Hands? This is an old.
I can't
This is
remember.
this is classic internet history 101. About 10
I think
years
I
ago.
have seen it before though.
No. Mr. Hands is this can be the final bit before we finish. Before we finish off, Mr. Hands. If you ever Googled Mr. Hands, please don't Google Mr. Hands.
I'm gonna Google it now.
Oh, no. It's a classic story of a gentleman that was died because.
Ah,
Yep. Don't Google Mr. Hands, please. So
2005.
what? So it was a gentleman that died having intercourse
Does
with
it
a
involve
horse. Yes, it does.
2005.
Yes.
Not even that old.
It's not that old. So,
Why is his
basically.
name my name?
So let me finish the story in my interpretation of this. Mr. Hands is a story of a gentleman that died having intercourse with a horse, and it was nicknamed Mr. Hands. Apparently, this gentleman worked for NASA, and he was a very well-known engineer and eccentric scientist. And so yeah, and the story goes apparently it was legal in that state at that time to have recreational intercourse with animals, and basically it was the farm where he had the intercourse with the horse. It was actually the owners didn't know that their animals were being used in that way, because it was the guy that was actually looking after the animals looked after animals for rich people, and in his spare time he was using the animals to have intercourse with people. And Mr. Hands was one of them, and that's his nickname. And he died for having recreational, because the way they do it, they put like a pheromone on the people, on their rear and stuff, so it actually gets the horse aroused, and they want to like mount the person. There are videos, do not check them out. And
There's also a movie made in 2007 called Zoo.
Yes, that was the documentary for it, and it is very informative on the situation. But Mr. Hands is a famous internet story that circulated around
I've
after
never
it
heard of
happened. Yeah, no, but please don't Google it, people. Just say,
2005.
just take my word for it. A person getting done to death by a horse is not good. It's yeah. So that's the story.
Why the heck is
That's
why are there
that's.
documentaries
I was
of
about to
those?
say the word. That's the gist of it, but pun not intended.
And
So
the funny thing is-
that act is that event is what caused them to make the law that of bestiality illegal.
Correct.
Also,
Because it was illegal at the time until that body rocked up at the hospital after the body. So the video that you can actually find isn't of the act. You can't find the act itself, but there is of where the guy died. But there are videos on there of the guy actually still doing it several other times with the horse.
when it says more to explore, it's got Spider-Man No Way Home right next to the.
Yeah, I don't know the correlation, but who knows? Maybe
And the
there's.
Matrix and The Witcher.
Who knows? I think it's all together. It's linked. It's
And remember what another movie is just beneath that? Don't Look Up.
yeah. Well, don't look. You shouldn't look up.
Hey,
You shouldn't look up
I want to watch
after.
the documentary now, though.
Yeah.
Perforated
yeah.
colon.
I mean, it's interesting, but also fucked up at the same time.
Yeah. I'm familiar with very
I guess
messed
you
up
watched the
internet
documentary.
history. I watch lots of documentaries
Yeah.
because I like documentaries.
I mean, they're in.
So he was dropped off at the hospital, wheeled him into the examination room, and before realizing he was dead.
Yeah.
How did you not realize? Wow.
But yeah, perforated colon.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. Because it was just. Yeah.
The death was ruled accidental.
Oh, I found a documentary. I'll put the post in.
Yeah, it's on
Yeah.
something. I don't know what it's on. Probably on YouTube.
Yeah, it's on YouTube. I
Everything's on YouTube.
It is. I'll put it in memes.
You can probably find him on YouTube.
I'll put
Literally.
it in memes. So yes, that's the wrap up the podcast. Me talking about Mr. Hands, the documentary
I've
where
never heard of that though.
the
Like,
movie.
That's why there's a big joke in Clerks with
Yeah,
the pony
yeah,
show.
the pony show. Yeah, it's a big
I
joke.
thought you meant Mr. Hands was the fucking salad fingers thing.
Yeah, a lot of people kind of get that mixed up. You shouldn't.
Big difference. Big difference.
Big difference. Big difference.
Almost fucked up.
Yeah, that's only 16 years ago.
Yeah. Internet history 101. There's
I'm
a few
sure
things.
bestiality was way before that though.
Yeah, I thought
Well,
they.
yeah.
Well, yeah, but
bestiality
I thought it was
is-
illegal way before then, but no, it was only they only
No,
made it really.
it was illegal way before that. Really?
Well, when that happened, just before that happened, it was actually legal in that state. People just
Yeah,
kind of
that's
went,
what I mean,
yeah,
like-
whatever. You know, not until the death happened when they kind of went, this is
Well, that's
we
weird. What
need
comes
to
across their mind
literally
being like,
legal.
I want a fucking animal, or let an animal fuck me? Like that's just what's.
You're an action they ever
Yeah,
fucking do.
Yeah. Who knows? It's it's not until it actually happens when people realize this shit actually, when common sense kind of gets thrown out the window and
The
goes,
fact that it was a legal act, it's just like what
Because
made
when I
them.
googled it, when you said don't, all I got was immune claw horse sex case.
yes, that was the case. That was the case.
I'm like, what the fuck is this? And it's
Yes.
like, that's not salad fingers.
No. It's this is why I'm familiar with after several years of being familiar with internet history, like Pepe the Frog, or
Yeah.
Mr. Hands,
What is
or
Pepe from then? Just shitty.
Pepe the Frog was originally just a meme used to troll people,
nothing
and then
interesting.
it got picked up as a political meme about six years ago, mainly because it was used as part of the right for the
I think I
Republicans.
found out where I heard
and
that
used-
Mr. Hands name. It's in Cyberpunk 2077. It's named Mr. Hands. That's where
It
I-
has
that's where I heard
it has a deep meaning. But that's one familiar with internet history, like classic YouTube things such as the retarded cop, or like famous video that would spanned around like Italian Spider-Man. I kind of I'll dive deep, but I could talk about anything like politics or internet memes or anything like that. That's
You know how
just
they
me.
describe the Cyberpunk version of that character? Is it
No.
special NPC who you can trade goods with or request for certain services?
Yes, certain services.
That makes so much sense. Where the fuck I heard that though?
Yes.
Mr. Hands.
Well,
I went looking for
yes.
him on Cyberpunk.
I bet you you didn't realize you didn't realize till after what
That's
you're
a
looking
completely
for.
different thing though. Like he's a trade man, but he's Mr. I don't know why it's called Mr.
Yeah.
Hands though.
Well, it's one man, one horse. What can you say?
One man, one horse. Oh, fuck off. I'm gonna put it
Oh.
on Twitter. One man, one horse.
One
I'm getting tired.
And one something rectum.
one. Oh, God.
Whatever the fuck the word
Well,
was.
talking about ends, let's leave that on the end.
One
Leave
man,
it
one
on the
horse.
end. Leave it
Oh.
on the end. Oh,
One.
fuck, I'll go.
Oh God. Just this is just the tip of it.
Tip of the end.
That's
tip
what
of
he
the end.
said, I bet, yeah.
Oh God. Oh, yeah. All right.
Okay,
I'm out. I'm out.
out.
I'm
Okay,
out. I'm gonna just.
Go on, do the outro.
It's too late in the night for that.
Yeah, I've put the link for the documentary from Mr. Hands in the Discord if anyone wants to check
But
that
it is
out.
worth watching though, right?
It is worth watching. I've left it. Actually, I should put a
Disclaimer warning.
Yeah, there's kids with the Discord. but
disclaimer,
I don't
yeah.
want to see it.
No, I'll probably take that off.
I need to go
It's
through
in the
it.
not
Just
safe.
YouTube it.
It's in the not safe for work.
Oh yeah.
So
Hey, I've tried doing that on my Discord, and I had a kid. He went through all the not safe for work stuff. I was like, "Get out of the fucking thing!"
Yeah,
He's like, "What is this?"
I'll delete it from the Discord. There you go.
Oh my
It's-
god, dang it, son!
people
I just
listening,
banned
they
him.
can.
I need
check it
to
out in
put an
their own-
age restriction and then put people into that can access it.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a load of work just for like a few people.
I did put Italian Spider-Man in there though. It's
That's
Oh
fine.
yeah, Italian
That's
Spider-Man.
fine. Italian Spider-Man.
Bye.
All right, Jim, do you want to leave the do the honors of doing the outro as always?
Yes.
But first,
It just sucks Juddie's not here for the end
just
of
remember
it, though.
to check out the awesome mug.
Yes, you can check out the mug. Check out the merch at Redbubble under PickleTube TV or Beardy Bros. Which Beardy Bros you might want to type in PickleTube because
It's stupid
It's
how it's set
broken.
up. It's broken. It's not.
Yeah, and not Mr. Hands.
Oh, for fuck! I'm not gonna say that again. You can use your hands to go to Redbubble.
Mr. Haynes.
Yeah, use your hands. Get a Redbubble.
Was that Mr. Haynes? Mr. Haynes mug T-shirt.
Yep. I don't want to see that merch.
I would, but it would not have to do with any of that. But I just lost my train of fucking thought after you said that. But yeah, thank you for joining us on episode 48. Fuck me, 48, bro. Hope you had fun. Hope we didn't make it to the end because you would have got a fucked up combo. But
It's the
as always,
after.
we have been Wookie, Dale, and Jim. We did have Juddie. We thank him for coming on for his couple hours,
His services.
and then he just decided to
Remember to check out
sleepy.
the what is it? The
Check out
what is it? What's his podcast called again?
Bogan Yak.
Bogan Yak.
Again, yeah.
Bogan Yak. Right? Episode 3 is up to. So you can go check that out. I think they're on YouTube.
Yeah.
YouTube, Spotify, stuff like that. But yeah, thank you guys for listening, watching. We'll catch you guys next week. Bye.
Time to get handsy.
Handsy. You know what? I actually didn't. You know, I never got to finish that story.
What?
That story from ages ago that I never got to finish. About the stripper. Was it about the stripper?
No, I bet you stripping, you going away.
No, it was the nudie booth. No, nudie booth. Was it that? Was
Wait,
that one? The jizz hopper story where me and my
Oh,
friend.
yeah, the jizz hopper.
Yeah, and then
Right.
we ended up. Yeah,
That would be the start of this one, wasn't it?
yeah, it was supposed to be. Yeah, well, actually, a couple of podcasts ago. Actually,
Oh.
funny story. I actually got to hang out with an actual professional prostitute about a month ago. I went to a bar, and I started having a few. I had a drink or two, and then I started talking to some girl because just random thing,
Why
and
not?
then. Why not? And then next minute, I was like, "Oh yeah, I love Peroni," and she's like, "Well, why don't you come up to my hotel room, and I've just got some Peroni there." So we had a shot of Peroni and just started talking throughout the rest of the night. Nothing happened, and then she started talking about like, "Oh, you know that I'm actually like, you know, I make a bit of money here by doing this," and I'm like, "Oh, okay, so you're a lady of the night." She's like, "Yeah, okay." Well, it's like, "Well, I'm not going to pay for anything, but do you just want to talk?" So we ended up talking all night about what she does and what she actually encounters. So, and then basically she was getting into like, you know, some guys like to pay for her to, you know, literally go out, pay for shitloads of drinks, and then basically watch her piss herself and stuff like that, or like ask for feet pics, or literally guys don't want.
Like,
And-
it's
oh,
not
and
all
li-
about the sex.
Yeah. There's like guys that literally just like to just hug, literally hug. Or there was some guys that were like, "Oh, I just want to, you know, just hang out and talk," which is fun, you know, like
Well,
regular.
that's
It's
what you
like-
were doing. So
Yeah. I didn't pay anything. I got it for free, and also I got free drinks too. But we were just talking, and you know, just because we were talking beforehand as well, and I was, you know, and I just hung out with her, and then basically left. I got a phone number, and like I can technically contact her, and you know, and basically say, "Hey, you want to hang out?" Because I was offering to say, "Hey, look, you know, this is pretty dangerous work. Like, do you have protection?" She's like, "What, you mean condoms?" I was like, No, I meant like an actual weapon. So,
Right.
you know, I was
Yeah,
offering
man.
to say, "Hey, look, I've got a taser if you need it." She's like, "Yeah, okay, I might borrow it." So, you know, stuff like that. So, you know, I was just chatting to her and just, yeah, hung out with her.
hey, a friend you wouldn't have thought you'd ever have.
Yeah, exactly. And she was telling me about, like, we just found common, like, just the seedy side of, like, Brisbane, all that kind of stuff. And we common grounds, and we'll talk about
You,
people.
you can apply that
that we kind of-
everywhere, though. Probably even
Oh,
worse
exactly.
in some places.
Yeah, exactly. So we're just talking about stuff like that. So, yeah, I ended up hanging out with an actual prostitute about
Crazy.
2 months ago. So. Yeah, I think it was about 2 months ago. So yeah, I was hanging out. We were just talking about some of the weird shit that she gets
I
often
don't know
do.
a joke about that.
So
You've got a friend in me.
well, yeah, it was just like
Uh,
guys pay you to like. She was literally on the phone
that's the
texting
thing. You
someone.
can't
She
trust
was
them.
off.
If you hang out with them, they go, "Oh yeah, that's like $100." I was like, "What?"
Yeah. Well, yeah, well, that's the thing. She's got to customize it for certain things because, as in, like, the guy wasn't paying. Like, there was, one customer wasn't paying for sex. It was literally to fill her up on liquids and then watch her piss her pants in a private area
What's that
afterwards.
like? $50?
Oh, she was like, nah, more than that and also she made him to buy drinks as well,
Oh,
and it was
I'll
just to
get you
hang
fucking
out.
water
But
for that.
he just wanted to like watch her pee her pants, which was
I
like,
guess
this is
because it's
creepy as fuck.
the humiliation
Yeah, it was
thing.
stuff
Like
like that. I was like, okay, that's creepy. Or it was, like feet pics and
you
shit
can
like
watch it on
that.
the
Or
internet, well, in person, I
yeah, I
guess.
know. Yeah, it was like, and just all different types of requests, and you kind of go, oh, okay. And we were just joking, and I was like talking about OnlyFans and stuff, and she's like, like, oh, I was thinking, I don't know. And I'm like explaining, like, this is how you could do OnlyFans.
That's a
So
safer version of what she
yeah,
does.
exactly. I was saying this is a way safer version. You didn't even have to do it.
You
You
can
could
make
do
more
it.
money on OnlyFans.
Yeah, you could
than
you could do it passively and get just
you
as
can pee
much
on
money.
camera.
Yeah, exactly. So I was trying to convince her to do
Yeah.
OnlyFans instead, even though I'd make fun of girls on OnlyFans all the time. But
Right?
that was
And
made
Wookie's like, "What's your?"
yeah. I suggested give me free account. No.
They actually do that though. Like they give out free accounts. It's like, why?
Well,
Promotion.
it's
Yeah, but
promotion, but then they also charge for the premium stuff,
yeah.
which is like, oh, special video of me doing blah blah, seeky, sexy dance in the shower, and then that just happens. Holy shit, it's 1 a.m. Well, close to it.
Yep.
Oh god, I'm tired.